Oh my god! Oh my god! That felt good. I am a whore.
Thank you, Vexen. You can't hear me because I'm still deafened, but I love you. Woo! I'm so hungover, chat. Hold on to your seatbelts today. Shout out to Perditions for the new Casual Chaos Club art. Oh my god, so fabulous. We're gonna jump over to the main screen in a second now. I hope you guys are ready, cause I'm physically not, but I'm emotionally ready. For us to figure out what comes next. What's the next in this chapter? Ooh. Kapow.
Got it! Hey!
Here we are.
Oh god, we're live. Oh no!
Shout out to Prodigious, yes, for all the art. Look at our little figures. They're all different and new.
Much shout out. Many love.
Many love.
Oh, I should do the boots.
What?
I was hearing all these different voices coming from places, and I'm like, what's happening? And I forgot to mute.
Stream. First thing I do every time now.
That's crack up.
I generally have Twitch on tab muted.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of that day, Robert.
Oh no.
Do you have a second screen? But with Hetty. Yeah, so I pressed this tab. I have basically a folder that Hetty and Sekit exist in. So then I can just tick one of them, and then I just press the transition button and whoop-a-bing! There it is. So it's exactly the same scene, it's just folded. Because I'm a genius. Kabushki.
Yeah, I think I've got all my stuff sorted as much as I'm going to get it sorted.
Fuck, where's my character sheet?
Hi!
Hi! It's been a couple weeks.
It has. A month. Yeah, it's been about a month.
A bit of
because it's scheduling, but we've still played more D&D this year than I think we got through the entirety of last year. Just about, maybe. I think.
Close.
Getting close. But welcome back, guys.
Hey.
I figure we're just gonna try and jump into it and get cracking on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we'll have before people just start passing out. We got some slightly below the 100% health.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Slightly
People here at the moment.
subpar, you might say.
Oh shit!
Oh!
What a reference.
I mean, I'm also talking about myself with a headache, so you know, it's this is why I'm generalizing. But yeah, I figure we just get back into it. Does anybody want to do a very basic recap of last time, or is it going to fall to me again because I did the last recap?
I did the one before that. The session before was mighty. This session was real easy. Come on, someone.
No.
Pearl needs to hush. We did
Alright.
the fight
Alright, so-
slashes and we
Oh,
won.
yeah, there you go.
Kind of.
Yep. After diving into the dream to try and sever a friend of Freya Lisa's from whatever was keeping her tethered to the nightmare, the party members found themselves somehow separated and confronted with, well, for some of you, creatures that you had encountered in the past. For one of you, something very different. Upon throwing down with said opponents, a new challenger entered the fray to give Frey a hand. And through sort of several combined efforts, you eventually managed to overcome each of your individual obstacles before reconvening to fight the nightmare version of Winter that seemed to be what was keeping Sir Arthur tethered into the nightmare. After a few, shall we call them near misses and harrowing escapes, some wills made manifest in some very interesting ways, the nightmare construct was defeated, and sort of the snow that you find yourself in, still this weird semblance of the courtyard of the Order of the Heavenly Triad around you. The nightmare winter fades, and the four of you relatively injured, picking yourself up from the aftermath with Arthur still mostly out of it in the middle of the courtyard, and this mysterious individual who had come to your aid wielding the power of music and a hand harp, who has promptly plonked herself down on the ruins of a pillar and is mopping her brow of sweat like she hasn't been, like she's run 4 or 5 miles non-stop, but she hasn't. With that, hey guys, congratulations on last time. Where do you want to go from here?
We're still in the dream.
You are.
Still in the
Nothing. The only thing that's changed is the fact that the nightmare construct of Winter has fallen and almost dissipated into these almost wisps of steam, and it's just kind of dissolved away.
Wait, did we?
Into the snow.
Did you say, or did I miss that? That Frey was getting offered weird things from a man in a hooded cloak? Lightning and the tornado and the...
No, I didn't.
No.
I
That
didn't
was
mention
quite
that.
interesting last time. The decisions
Yeah,
that were
well, I
being
mean,
made.
Each time an entity fell,
Mm.
friend or foe, yes, a shadowy robed figure was appearing to offer up a variety of different elements for Freyalise to take on. And with a variety of different results. However, all of those powers that she'd been gifted have effectively faded with the dissolution of Nightmare Winter.
I do not get to run fast anymore. I waddle now.
You were back to 25 feet.
I mean, you're out of combat, so speed is relative.
Back to waddling.
Am I still 2?
Oh my god, there's a demon token? That's great. I didn't notice that.
Well, there's
I
a
had
dim
no idea.
figure, but we haven't made you a token yet.
Well, I don't need a
Precious.
token. But yeah, no, I love the figure. That's cool. I hadn't noticed the figure. That's cute.
I just added.
Anyway. So, yes, in the midst of this, what is it that you guys want to do?
Yeah,
Recap's
wait,
over. Same time.
Was Sekit and Hetty still 2 entities, or are they back to 1 body now?
Things are exactly as they were at the end of last session, so the 2 of them are in fact still there.
Let me fix that.
Should go and do some
Is Xander
magic.
conscious? I know he's alive now.
You were conscious. You were brought back to consciousness. You're not feeling too great.
No.
But,
2 characters.
but you were brought back to consciousness, yes. Ha! I love that.
So how are you feeling?
Who's this? I point to the strange woman that was helping.
Are you addressing that to her or to just the party?
I'm
or what?
addressing it mostly to Frey.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming it's a companion of Frey's that's somehow in the dream as well. The assumption is there.
But she's busy sitting on this cracked pillar, almost sort of, arms on her knees, just.
Yeah, I'm probably feeling like that too. I'm probably looking pretty bad.
I think a lot of you are at this stage.
Yeah, I have like one spell slot.
Oh my god. I have 1 health.
While
I have half health.
while
Mostly
the
'cause
question.
a hand held me.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yes.
Dire Straits.
Hmm. Frey's gonna try and tend to people.
Okay. People in general?
Mostly Vanda because, you know.
I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
You
How are you
turned
doing, Frey?
You turned into a popsicle.
Yeah, it's just a temporary.
You got better? Sorry.
Who are you?
Are you now addressing this to the lady?
Yeah, and I'm kind of hefting my quarterstaff. Like, is this a friend or a foe? Because I'm pretty sure I was the last person to come through. So I didn't see her helping.
It was you, Vanda, but I think. Oh, you came through and I think she was unconscious.
Yeah.
I think. Alright. So you're addressing her directly. It's just sort of. Ooh. Sorry, it's it's been a little while. Hello.
Don't be
Well.
too hard on her, sister. She actually was really helpful.
The name is Tavis. And you would be. Oh,
In a dream where I question things.
that's a very very smart approach. If you're in a dream, I'm guessing that means I'm in a dream too.
Do I get
this-
like a sense
is
she's
this-
trustworthy?
Hey, you want to make an insight check?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Go for it. So the question then remains: is this your dream, my dream, or somebody else's?
You dice.
Somebody else's.
I think it's the dream in general.
The dream in
Dream in general, but somebody's who is stuck here that we came to help. And you actually
Oh,
helped.
yeah, Sir Arthur's dream.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry, I don't exactly know who any of you are.
19 on insight.
Right, and so what are you trying to tell?
If this person is, they actually don't know whose dream they are. Like, do they not know how they got here?
How
Okay.
truthful are they being?
Yeah.
With the 19, they are exhausted, they are befuddled, they are a little confused at the situation that is around them. They do not seem to have any form of menace or malice about them. They don't seem to be particularly deceitful. But yeah, there's nothing about them that holds up as being hostile or in any way trying to be deceptive.
No offense, Nofret. I always love your tenacity, but I am in no condition to deal with a fight that you're going to start. So can we please just
Fine.
Oh, fighting me? No, hey, no, don't. Please don't fight me. Honestly, I'm just kind of glad to be here wherever the fuck here is.
No,
But
you
yes,
do seem
sorry.
trustworthy to some degree, so.
So, Nofret, I just got from that. And the rest of you would be...
I am Vander.
Hello, Vander. You're looking a little worse for wear. You should get that tended to.
Totally fine.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not
Well, I mean,
fine.
I had a little bit of something I could do about that. But if you're totally fine, don't worry about it. You don't seem like you're not going to topple over at any minute.
No, I'm sure the others need care if you can aid it.
Speaking of the others,
Sisters?
Release.
Elise. Now, you're the one I feel like I came here to help.
You did help. You helped
Glad
us
I
all.
did. Honestly, it's been a little bit of a while since I've done any of that, so that was unexpected. But I'm glad I could be of it.
Very helpful, actually. I'm second of the Tuvasa tribe, and this is Hetty. I'm Hetty of the Tuvasa tribe.
Second and Hetty, the Tivasa tribe. Pleasure. So how did we get into a dream?
A few kind of helps with that, I think. I'm going to tell you, eh? Fucking
You're
try
going
to-
all the way up there with the island! Northern Ireland!
That's infectious, is what it is.
We entered the dream purposefully, but perhaps you have not, if you are unaware of how you got here.
I didn't even realise there was a thing as a collective dream. That seems a little stupid. I thought everybody's dream was their own.
She appeared out of nowhere and started playing funny music.
Well, you know, I remember kind of a call, actually. You see, I was sitting in my nice, comfortable chair in front of my fireplace, as I do, and then there was just kind of like this pull between my shoulder blades, pulling me backwards, trying to like pull me through the chair, and I thought, oh, shit, that's new. I better take a look at what's going on there. So I grabbed up a wee harp, and I thought, all right, let's go for a little stroll, and next thing I know, I took a couple of steps, and there it was, and things looked a little nasty. And I thought, well, you look okay. That fucking freakish thing, wherever it is gone, didn't look particularly nice. I hope I chose the right side. Did I choose the right side? I suppose I really shouldn't be asking you that, because you're going to tell me yes, you were the right side regardless. But I'm glad, yes, no, that I could help.
I'm
You from
glad you were able
Cascorn?
to help.
Cascorn?
too.
Don't know where Cascorn is, sorry.
Where's
What?
you?
Cascorn's like the biggest city in this plane, right? Like, no.
No, it's the primary trading hub for the eastern reach of Syleria.
So if they don't know about Cascorn, they're probably
They're-
not from the east.
They're either not from the eastern reach, but even people who are from other regions have probably heard of
Yeah.
Cascorn. Not necessarily 100% of the population of the world, but there's a good chance that if you move in any sort of circles where, you know, trade or commerce is brought up or mentioned, you'd probably be aware of the city of Cascorn.
Is what race are they again?
She's human.
Human.
She's a relatively almost portly lady that is sort of slightly beyond middle age. Most of her hair is sort of iron grey and it's pulled back in sort of like this tight little small little ponytail. Like the ponytail is tiny. It's almost like it tried to be a bun and it hasn't. And she's in sort of like very simple, almost traveling clothes. They're almost leathers, but not quite. It's not quite a style you've seen before.
So, where are you from?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm from well, I wasn't born there, but I was from a tiny little place called Angel Forge. Just a
Angel
lovely...
Forge.
Angel Forge. You know, like a
Forge.
blacksmith and the hammers, you know? Forge.
Ah,
Angel Forge. Hi.
That- actually sounds really amazing. Whereabouts is it?
Wait, no. Does any one of us know where Angel Forge is?
I mean, if anybody wants to make an intelligence check, they can.
Hot luck take. Sister got me new dice, they go well. Dirty 20.
Ooh, dirty 20. You have never heard of an Angel Forge in your life. However, with a dirty 20, I will allow you to make another roll as a history check. If
Okay.
you have history.
I don't have history.
Okay. It's probably not going to make a difference then. You've never heard of Angel
Never heard.
Forge ever.
They haven't heard of us in Cascorn, and we haven't heard of them.
So, don't take this as an offense, but
Oh, no.
what are you?
Quite an
I mean,
existential question there, Vander.
You're right. It is a bit of an existential question. I mean,
I'm a werecat.
me. Oh, right.
They're half elves.
Hello.
She is a little gnome.
Yes.
She is also a little gnome.
Well, yes.
And what are you?
I mean, I feel like I'm presenting as human. I mean, do I look like something different? Do I look like something you don't recognise? I mean, you have a human-ish. No, you're not human. Oh, half elf, right? Sorry, my bad. Couldn't quite see the arrows. That's fine.
It's okay, I wear a head
human.
wrap.
Definitely human. Yeah. Unless I'm looking like something different because I'm in somebody's dream. I don't know.
No, you look fairly human.
Do I believe her?
If you would like to, make an insight check.
Is she a fucking angel?
She looks human.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but the way I'm presenting as human.
Yeah.
I have a strange question for you also.
19.
Oh, that's another strange question. What was that, 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she looks human, yeah.
What year is it?
Don't know, honestly.
Hey, Goldilocks, are you seeing this? Do you know what time is?
What's the question to Goldilocks?
Yeah, the question to Goldilocks was, hey, are you seeing this? Do you know what time is? Like, are you pocket dimension friends?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, notes coming in.
You get no response. And you get the impression that no response is by choice.
Secrets.
Are
He's-
you
he's
snubbing
ma-
me,
he's-
Goldilocks?
There is a deliberate non-answer from him. And you can feel it.
It's audible, but not.
He
You-
wants you to figure it out yourself, or
Mm,
he's not. He doesn't like this, or
he is keeping himself apart from what's going on right here, right now.
Secrets.
You don't know why, but there is something here that he does not want a part of for right now.
Can I do an insight check on the silence and the way that presents? To
I mean,
see-
you can, but you're not going to get anything more than I gave you, really. I gave you probably more than I should have on just a basic thing, so.
one more
Okay.
interesting question.
Oh, no, please, I'm loving the interesting questions. I'm just loving the chat, really. Just keep it coming.
What was the last war that you have known about?
I mean, that seems like a very leading question.
It's okay. It's more just general curiosity.
I tell you what, I'll answer that if you tell me the last one you remembered you participated in.
I have not participated in a war myself. There is tribal conflict, yes, but the last big war was something called the Scourge.
I mean, I was in the war. It was one of the last things I remember.
That's a
But I don't know about a scourge. Not really. I mean,
Okay. I have another potentially leading question.
goose.
Yeah. So you're not sure what year it is now? What year were you born?
Guacamole.
sorry, what
Hey,
was that?
Goose. Thank you
What
for the
year were you born?
What year was I born?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was. I mean, I'd like to say it was, 50-something years ago, but that'd be clearly a lie. I don't look anything like I'm over 50. No, it would be
Oh, you're in your 30s,
I
easily.
wish upon a sky welcome.
probably be something around 145 AB.
That's a long fucking time ago, isn't it? That's a ridiculously long time ago.
Well, the AB is something very interesting
That's not a thing that
Because-
we use.
because you guys don't use anything like that. You don't
No.
have letters.
AB? And he's just like straight out.
And she gives you this tiny little sort of sly grin, like it's just kind of an inside joke. It's like, after birth.
After birth of what? Just fucking saying it like it is.
The birth of the world? The birth of what?
The birth of civilization, I guess. I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is. I don't really ask them what it is. You know? It's AB. It stands apparently for after birth. I don't know what birth it refers to.
Welcome in Raiders, by the way.
I've
We're
Sorry.
D&Ding hard.
Not much of a religious type if it is in fact a religious thing, which I'm pretty sure it is. When isn't it a religious thing? Hey!
Are you a religious thing? Are you like a keeper?
What's a keeper?
Excuse me.
No, I'm not religious. I just kind of play music, and I can sometimes shoot a bow, but I've lost my bow. So I just trying to play my music.
What kind of bow?
Well, a short bow. I would wield a bigger one, but I don't really have the muscles for that. So it's just kind of a wee short bow, but I lost it.
Have you tried a crossbow?
I don't say that I have. No.
We don't know the name Tavis, right?
Would one of you like to make a history check? Actually, no. This
I
would be an Arcana check.
I'm good at Arcana. I get Arcana.
Somebody can make Arcana checks. Yes. Hello, Raiders. Hi. Sorry, deep in the middle of stuff.
What is this dice? This is the no Frit. This is no Frit's dice. That was a natural 20 plus 5.
Yeah.
Wow,
even shitty again.
25?
Look at it!
Damn.
Oh, you can't
No,
see it.
you have to put those dice away. This is the final
Damn.
average no Fred. Put that away.
25?
A natural 20 and a Felix Ray.
And a raid! Woo! Okay, we will
Holy
address the natural
guacamole.
20
Why is there
after the raid
box?
comes in.
Broken.
Say hello to the Raiders. I'm gonna have a drink while you do that. Holy
Hi,
crap.
Felix! Oh, shit! What? My things are broken. Canoots, Snufunk, thanks for the follows.
I will say
Welcome to
before
the Big
answering that,
Corporation.
What is
My
this
alert
name?
box is apparently broken.
I will say before resetting this, you do notice that there is a slight fading to her.
Yeah. Time limit.
Yep, I actually have a timer.
Wait, she's fading? She's what the fuck? What the fuck?
Ever so slight fading to her. I have an actual time limit for some stuff.
Ricola wants to know what horse they are.
Oh God. Well, I'm not going to stop because you guys do have a time limit, and we're D&D stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna just type you Ricola what horse you are.
Yep. Right. So you got a 25 for your Arcana check.
Yeah.
You have, in fact, heard the name Tavis.
Yeah.
However, you have heard it referred to as the name at the beginning of a spell. There are spells that have the name Tavis at the beginning. Kind of like, you have Mordenkainen's such and such, or
Yeah.
Otto's such and such. Tavis seems to have a few spells like that herself.
So weird. Weird. Okay, you guys ask a question.
But that's what you get from it.
That's very fucking
Are
interesting.
you happy where you normally reside?
Well, it's a little bit of an interesting one for me to try and answer. Mostly because no, but I'm used to it.
Hey, bro, can I give a follow?
I guess, there's a reason for it. So it's just better, I guess.
What's the reason?
Well, me and my friends, we kind of act like, I don't know, shall we say, keys, seals,
Oh, is it? Does Frey have the sphere in her pocket still, or is it gone?
No, the sphere is back in the waking world.
Oh,
It did not travel with you. However, Tavis did.
it's
I don't even know Goldilocks' real name to ask her. God damn it. You and your friends, what other friends? And do you need to be rescued?
No rescue. We're pretty good as we are. But I mean, who me and my friends are is a bit of a long story, and don't get me wrong, I love stories. I am a bard, after all. But we came from the town of Angelforge, and we were known as Radiant Verity, and we went out and we did adventurer things, as adventurers do.
How many of you were there?
Well, the number changed over the years. I was actually one of the later additions to the party. Membership changed here and there, where some that unfortunately died, others left. I think at the time that, I don't want to use the word passed on, it kind of has negative connotations. At the time things kind of ended, there were 7 of us. So, it was a relatively decent sized adventuring party.
And
You
you're
didn't
all
have
keys
any,
now?
fey creatures with you in the party?
Hey,
Or
creatures.
anyone who messed with the fae?
I mean, not really. We had Uspin. She was one of the Ashen. Not really Fae, but I suppose Elvish is kind of partially Fae. Other than that, I mean, we had a wee little he was a lycanthrope too, but he was a what was he, a raccoon dog or something like that. It was a really weird thing that he was. I don't know if they're quite Fae either. I never really found out. We did have somebody that was once the undead, and we made him no longer undead. Still not Fae.
You had such interesting friends.
Oh, I've always thought so. They were a lot of fun to travel with. Always good stories.
Bye, Rico. Thanks for being here. Okay, questions for this person.
What are your keys to?
Yeah,
That's-
what are you sealing?
That's kind of a long story.
Is there some way we can talk to you in the waking world through your little orb that we have?
Well, I'm always willing to have people come talk to me. It doesn't happen very often at all. In fact, I think I can probably count it in the time of my existence in that next eye for about
Next time.
five times. But yes, the problem being that whenever the next eye gets used, there's kind of a little bit of time before it actually needs to, I guess, be recharged, because there always seems like it's a very long time before anybody else comes to see me. What was Vanda's question? Sorry, I missed it.
Did they say next time?
Nixai, yep.
Is all 7? Are they all keys?
As far as I'm aware, that was the purpose of it. Yes.
I'm so curious.
Do they all appear in the same form, or are they're different?
I mean, I didn't get to really see them after, they were created because I was kind of stuck in one. But I would imagine they all probably took on a similar form.
And you did
And
this
you
by
all
choice.
went willingly?
By choice. By choice. Sorry, what was the question, Vixen?
It was the same
It was
exact
the
one as
same
Dr. Was
question.
it, was it willingly?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, no. Chose. I mean, to be fair, all 7 of us kind of volunteered willingly. We were quite, I don't want to use the word happy to do it, but we knew we had to do it. I mean, Tirani took a little bit of convincing, but other than that, he's always
What
been
was the name?
always been a little bit flighty. But, he did it because he knew it was the right thing to do, and he always had a heart of gold. Tirani.
What did he do in the party? You at the bar, you had stories.
Oh, well, Tirani was the heartbreaker. He was the swagger. He was also kind of the, what's the polite way of putting it? No, there isn't a polite way of putting it. He was the one who broke into places and stole things. Yes.
Oh, a man after my own heart.
Oh, man after many people's hearts he was.
Who
But-
was
yes.
the thing that cast the spell that made you into the seals?
That would be the walkers.
The walkers.
Aye. Look,
And that is multiple entities or one entity?
it's multiple. There are many of them. Look, there was a
What did
war.
they do?
The war was going on. We fought. The walkers needed to find a way to stop it. And the only way to do that was to create a seal. But to do that, they needed a foundation for it. So, they created 7 foundations for a seal that also count as a gate. Problem being, they needed living entities to actually remain inside these spirit
I
nexi
just figured something.
to create them. And we kind of took that mantle because we were the ones that were left.
Is this
Are
one
you
of the,
ex-
is this one of the is this a 7 lord? Is this one of the 7 from the 7 lords leg? Oh, you fuck, Quinn! It fucking is! There were 7 of them! They all turned into
What?
seals!
Okay, how many instances of the word 7 are there? Like, you will find that there are instances of 7 scattered throughout myth and folklore everywhere.
What would happen
But
if
Recalling the
your seal...
legend of the 7 lords, this could
This
track.
fucking tracks because it was because of a war that the fucking lake was made in the first place.
What,
They sacrificed
what gate would-
themselves. They're in seals now.
What gate? What would be through the gate? How does it stop the war?
Oh, the rest of the cosmos. No, there was an invasion from outside, dastardly evil beings descended from on high and decided to try and either, destroy us, enslave us, take us over, do whatever, universal beings of hatred and evil like to do. That sort of megalomaniacal shite. But, the walkers didn't want that. I don't think any of us really wanted it. But they'd been fighting back for a long time, and this was the only way they could figure out to prevent that from happening. So they couldn't defeat them, so they created a seal, a barrier around the world, and, well, they needed something to power that. They gave up their power, people gave up something of their own, and we became the focus of that, and they took our spirits and put them in the nexi. And
What do these walkers look like? Do they wear?
Oh shit, there's a
hoods?
lot of them.
Is there any description of how they look?
They're
Do they
about,
look like us, or are they
they're
just...
about as diverse as you and I. To be fair, look, the one who had guardianship or custodianship of my particular Nexi, oh, he was a lovely man. Very, very good looking. But he had this diamond-like quality to his skin, his golden hair. Oh, he was dreamy. I wish I'd had a bit more time to spend with him.
What was his name?
Ishtora. He was a lovely man. But he was supposed to be the one that looked after my Nexi after all of this.
I met him. He is a very lovely man.
You met him?
Yes.
Oh my. Well, you must know exactly what I'm talking about then.
Oh, I do.
He's a very good-looking man.
He is. Very interesting.
He always had eyes for another, so I
He
don't.
does.
I don't think I really interested in that much.
Was he a father when you knew him?
Oh no, I mean, not as far.
Oh,
not
he
as,
has
not
three
as far as I'm
beautiful
aware.
daughters.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh well, I'm guessing him and then I'm guessing him and Mestel finally got it on then. Good for them.
Honestly, I don't remember her name. I was very entranced by Cacciatore.
Can't say I blame you.
So, funny story. Now that we've connected some dots, the war that Nofret was talking about, the Scourge War.
Oh, is that what it was? That's what you called it, right?
That's what you ended.
Okay, post-war, that's what they called it. Interesting. All right, cool. Very nice, very nice. Bit on the
What?
nose, but...
What year is it now?
The year, I believe, is 1186, Year of Grace. It is, that is, yeah.
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
so-
that you're right in that. I've written it down.
Oh, 1196.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 1196,
Who did
Year
he
of
say
Grace.
Who did he
And
say he
that's-
slept with?
Mistel.
Mistel? Mistel.
Mistel, yep.
Mistel.
Was that their mother?
That was not the name you.
so.
That was not the name you were given.
No.
No.
In fact,
It's
you weren't
not an
actually.
affair.
You weren't actually technically given a name.
Ah.
You were told that the mother was potentially the keeper of winter. Yes, 1196 Year of Grace is the current.
And that started at the end of the Scourge War, didn't it?
Well, I mean, as far as you're aware,
Yeah.
sometime after it. But from what Tavis is saying, it could have been going on before that.
So, the current year is 1196.
And for those of you who were playing in the Fennec adventure, towards the end of the Fennec adventure, when you met the Keeper of Winter,
Mm-hmm.
she revealed the name of one of her previous incarnations as Mistel.
She's also hot.
She is, yeah. Anyway,
The current year is 1196. Post Scourge War.
really? That doesn't feel right.
Too long? Too short?
Too short.
Short.
Oh yes, I've been trapped in that thing for a very long time. And time moves a little differently. I'm just going to let you know.
What beeped? What was...
I have no idea what's beeping.
Wait, is that the timer for her to disappear?
Phoom.
And then she just goes,
It
what?
was actually the timer. I didn't realize it had an actual fucking beep on it.
Oh no! Okay, she's
She now she actually begins to fade out until she's mostly translucent. And
What was the place you did the
she
ceremony?
she doesn't seem aware of it. Right. Anyway, yeah. She doesn't seem aware of it. That's fine. No, she hasn't gone. She's just mostly come down to being almost completely sort of translucent, but she's not aware of it.
What was the place that you did the ceremony to seal yourselves?
Oh, where did we do it? Oh, well, the thing being, most of us were all in different places. Tirani and I were in one of these little forts, one of these little outposts that was along the borders of Vassia. Kaziorn or something like that. It's been a long time. But
Kazion.
Kaziorn.
Cass.
Names change over time.
Yeah.
Cassian, something like that. I don't know. To be honest, we were more interested in defending it than we were actually getting to know it. But I mean, that's where we are. Osman and Barad were actually part of the ritual, but I mean, we were all kind of along the border of Vassia. That was where we were trying to make our last stand.
Border of Vassia. So that's the Seven Lords Lake. That's literally it. Right?
Gotta be, right?
We gotta go look at maps, guys. Damn it! Okay. She's fading. Someone else ask her a question. You don't know what the seals look like. You have no idea what the other seals look like. You only know.
I mean, look, we didn't really have any input into the creation of them, so I'm guessing they just kind of look like the one you have. Honestly. But, like I was saying to the other fella before you all started panicking about something. Yeah, no, the time passes a little differently when I'm inside the thing, right? But I feel like 1196, almost 1200 years, feels really short. Pretty sure that's wrong. It should be longer than that. Although to be fair, I was never a good timekeeper. It could be right. Maybe I started going crazy from all of these years alone.
It's likely.
Perhaps we need to chat to you more often.
We'll visit
Would
you
be
when we
lovely.
can.
That would be amazing. I actually really like that. You can share stories of how the world is now, because clearly, if you're here, it's still here, which means
Well,
we succeeded.
I'm already doing that for someone else. They like look through my eyes and see things because they're also trapped in the pocket universe thing. So I thought maybe you would know him. But I've gone back to your accent. Fuck.
I mean, Tevis is just infectious.
Hmm.
Okay, that's interesting. Another pocket dimension, you say?
He's very charming, kind of.
You don't mind
She
me
describes Goldilocks.
asking? Okay, she was about to ask if you don't mind describing from. So, okay, no, that's right. He's human. You're humanoid. Sure. Had me panicking for a moment there. Okay, which sounds like a lovely man. I'm so glad.
Why did
we've
you
got
panic?
someone
Who
like
did
that.
you think he sounded like?
It was entirely possible if it was a pocket dimension you could, escape, go into and out of freely, but without it being, tied into like my kind of spirit nexi. It would have meant that one of the others might have somehow been released, or, worst case scenario, not that I'm particularly good at the arcane magic side of things. It could potentially have been one of the enemies we were fighting. Maybe it had been trapped in a dimension as a possible kind of side effect, but no, that's alright. If he wouldn't look anything like that if he did. We were fighting
What would he have
monsters,
looked
trust me.
like? Because I have a feeling he just kind of projects what he wants me to see.
Well, that's fair enough. Let me show you. And she strums a little hand harp and creates like this illusion. It's a long, sinewy, reptile-like creature. Like it's a thin body. Almost snake-like, but large. It's got these almost tiny for its size, proportionate wings in sets in 3, so 6 wings, a set of 3, and it's got this sort of snarling, almost crocodilian-like face that looms down, and you can sort of see what looks like smoke drifting from its jaws. So pretty, isn't it? They were not particularly pleasant and very powerful. And she, and yeah, strums it away.
What can they do?
They're very durable. They're very smart. Most of them have access to their own kind of magic. They're capable of taking control of things that are similar to themselves. That's kind of why the Draken, ended up being fodder for them. I hope they're still doing well. It wasn't their fault. But, I mean, they're about as diverse as you and I are. Many of them have different abilities. Look, I'm really not the knowledgeable one about what was going on. I really came along for the ride in the stories.
I would love to hear some of your stories one time.
Oh, I've got many of them. But for some reason, by the way you're all looking at me, I'm getting a feeling I don't have a lot of time for a story right now.
We're almost gone.
That wouldn't be anything new. Honestly, it's just been nice being able to interact with multiple people and be out of my usual surroundings. I mean, create a nice little illusion and change the way it looks. I can manipulate the way it looks in there, but I'm just comfortable as it is.
He can do that too. He changes his space.
Oh, your friend Goldilocks, right?
It was lovely to meet you.
It was lovely to be met. Say, kid. Katie?
Have
No,
you?
Fred.
The seal is holding, as far as you are aware.
Oh, as far as I'm aware. That's why I panicked when your friend said she had somebody in the pocket to mention. I thought, oh shit, if one of my friends had gotten out, that means the seal's a little bit weaker.
Okay.
But
Would one
nothing
of your
holds
friends,
forever.
Would one of your friends not say anything about being one of your friends?
I don't imagine so. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. Daddy Yuri was a little bit, I mean, I hesitate to say dumb, but he's not here. He would be the only one that I would think of. But, I mean, he's nothing like what you look, and he's not particularly magically inclined, so that kind of solves that problem.
From second.
Please tell me everything's fine.
Everything's fine. You can rest well.
As I say,
look at the ground.
The fact that you're all here means that what we did worked. And I've been pretty well aware of that, but every time somebody has come to see me, they've always wanted something. They've not really told me about the world or how things are. They've always just arrived and just sort of said, we need your help! And it's kind of like, well, I suppose I can give it in a small amount. They never really stick around to chat. So even though you're asking a lot of very interesting questions, it's still been nice to chat. But provided everything seems to be alright, as long as everything's holding, that's fine, because if they're not, well, I hope there's contingencies for that. And I do have to ask, if you guys have control of my relic, my Nexi, and you met Kajtora, because he was the one that was supposed to be looking after it or hiding it away, can I assume that he's either no longer with us, or you found this somewhere?
It's been a complicated 1,000 years.
If it wasn't a complicated 1,000 years, nobody's really been living then, have they?
I would say, you talk about people wanting things from you, all we would ask is that we have the blessing to come back to speak to you again.
Please do. Please do. I would welcome it.
When we get to
But
talk
wait
to
until
you
a time of need, you know? I'm quite happy. And he sort of looks at you, quite happy to share some stories.
When we get to talk to her next, we'll be able to tell her about the bastion in between, right?
Last in between?
Well, let's go Surwatha.
Okay, alright, we're done then. Sure. I'll just, okay. No worries at all.
Hetty especially just watches her right until she like fades away.
Okay.
Just
Yep. You got time, let's go. Yep.
Is
No
there
worries.
more time?
Yeah. It's in segments. Trust me, it's fine. It's fine, yeah. Yeah, that's alright. I mean, yeah, if you guys turn your focus away, she quite happily just watches you and just strums away on the little harp. And she's also going to apply a Song of Rest to you all, so if anybody wants to, because this will count kind of as a short rest, you guys can spend your hit dice, you can get the benefit of that.
What is the benefit of a Song of Rest?
Well, I mean, you can do your short rest hit dice thing.
Banner didn't have any hit dice left. He used all of them.
Well, that's a damn shame. It means you can't get anything from a Song of Rest.
Well, fine.
Alright. The Bard, the Song of Rest, because I need to remind myself.
I don't have any potions for you, dude.
If anybody spends a hit die, you regain an extra 1d... Oh, hang on. You regain an extra 1d12 hit points.
Oh, sorry about it, Vin.
Just please don't go picking a fight.
We're gonna wake up and
Are you
be
sure
in a
you're
house.
okay? I mean, I did say I can give you some healing if you want. You seem to be holding up alright, but...
I mean,
Please heal him.
if none of the others would like some healing, maybe I could take a little bit.
I'm good.
For once.
Shut up.
Come here, furry one.
D6 and a D12? Look at these chunky ass dice.
Yeah. So
I'm nearly
she hums a
full
little
now.
ditty to herself and begins, like, almost reciting kind of like a little poem, but she's doing it very low and almost inaudibly. Almost just without saying anything. It's just almost coming from her throat. She seems to be doing this speaking without speaking. And you sort of feel the little strum of her harp, the vibrations actually thrum through your body. And you
Yes.
heal 27 hit points.
Are we still reduced from what the necro did to us?
Until you have a long rest, yes. Yeah, that only goes away for a long rest or a greater restoration.
What was that one? I didn't get hit with that, did I?
No.
I got smacked with it a couple of times.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I go over to Surwatha.
Okay. I'm just, because she only had 2 minutes left on the timer. So I'll just say that she gives you the healing.
I would rather have her heal us for those 2 minutes, because I can't think of... What the fuck? I mean, I could think of more, but I'm hungover. And
Yeah, no, that's all right.
I think we
but
asked
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then just before she does sort of, she does that little thing of healing. And then she does sort of look around with this sort of, just this genuine sort of grin on her face. She's got almost like this grandmotherly feel to her, but it's that grandmother who you go around to her place and she'll just feed you cakes and things and let you run around and be chaos and just smile at the chaos. Like, she's that sort of grandmother. But just before her time ends and she begins to fade away, and you sort of see her outline go into this golden sort of glow and begin to go a little wispy. There is this last one. It has been lovely. I hope everything goes well for you all. Do come visit. And honestly, if you want to know more about what was going on, I can tell you stories. But those who are a little bit more versed in it, you'd be better off finding them. And maybe when we've got a little more time, I can tell you how. Toodaloo.
Bye.
And Tavis Scarrow fades away.
Oh, she
With a
didn't give
nice-
us. She did not give us the last name, but you just told us it.
I mean, it was going to be given anyway.
Tavis,
Yeah.
what was it?
Tavis Scarrow.
Tavis Scarrow.
Yeah.
But only the first name is related to spellcrafting.
Yes. Yeah. Like I say, it's like you don't really know, what the other name of Mordenkainen is, but well, he has a lot of spells named after him because Mordenkainen. But yeah. Yeah. So during this, Siddhartha has been sort of slowly stirring and trying to come back to herself from everything that's been going on. And it's almost kind of this, as Tavis fades and disappears, the small wisp of golden light sort of comes between the two of you, Freyalise and Siddhartha. And it does kind of form an outline of that stone, which Tavis is referred to as a nexi. Before it sort of evaporates, and it's kind of like this wee golden mist sort of spreads between the two of you. Because, in the waking world, the two of you are holding it together. So, but she seems to be stirring and coming back to herself, and blinking very blearily. Like she herself, even though she's still in the dream, is almost like she's waking up from a dream in the dream from somebody who's been asleep for a very long time.
Inception.
And, this is very much the sort of Arthur you set out on the expedition with. She's quite a bit leaner than you are. She's sort of very, not particularly strong, but she's pretty wiry. She has on her trappings from the Order. And she's got sort of that dark black hair with slight lavender tones through it. And yeah, eventually she just eventually her eyes focus. And I assume you're still there with her, Freyalise.
Yeah.
Yeah, where she just eventually, as her eyes come into focus and see you, there is this brief moment where you see so many different emotions go over her face, where it's almost like she now finally realizes that she's not a nightmare, she's not being tricked. She can feel that presence is gone. And there's just these tears quietly. She's not crying, it's just tears of relief that are just coming out of her eyes, more so than actual crying. And she just kind of immediately sits up and wraps you up in a really tight embrace. I'm so glad to see you, Ray. It feels like it's been forever.
Good to see you too. Everything's okay now.
She pulls apart and is like, how are you here? How?
A long story.
I believe it. Is it actually gone? It doesn't feel like it's here anymore.
Oh, it's gone.
Thank the Trooper. Well, I guess I'm glad I can say that nightmares are over. She sort of looks up and looks around, like, new friends?
Yes. Hello.
Sekit and Hedy, upon the fading of Tavis as well, the two of you become one again.
Who is taking priority?
Up to them. But yeah,
It's gonna be Hetty,
Hedy.
which is if you remember what was happening unusual there.
The fact that Sekit forced Hedy aside, and yep, very cool. All right. Well, I suppose I owe all of you a huge thanks.
We will meet you in the waking world.
I suppose so. How do we wake up exactly?
I find one of the quickest methods is just to fall backwards.
And she immediately turns to look at you, Frey, like she's expecting you to fall backwards immediately. Like it's just that's what she expects from you.
She's doing it.
Thank you, Chicken Scavenger. Welcome.
Yeah, it can be a very serious campaign, but it's a very serious section, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I will just stand up and
Coming to
trust
the end of
that
a
we will
backstory.
catch you. Yeah. Heavy backstory.
Heavy backstory stuff. All right. I guess at some point we'll all just wake up then. And for whatever reason, you all somehow manage to wake up.
I show
because-
everyone to just how to fall backwards, and then it goes. Poof, you kind of
And
jolt
what
back.
happens is, after 4 or 5 slapstick attempts at falling backwards and hitting yourself on the ground and failing, but being Nofrit and so stubborn and tenacious, you don't know when to give up because you've got the right way of doing it, and you just need to persist until it works. You just keep doing it until eventually it happens. Either that or you knock yourself out, and that's how you wake up. Take your pick.
It's how you wake up from actual dreams. You just fall.
knock
and then
yourself
you go,
out. Yeah, you
"Poof."
just fall. Yeah. Unless you're actually feeling sick and you've got one of those ones where you're just always falling. But they're awful. But yes. She looks a lot smaller than the others.
But she is a lot
gnome?
smaller.
She's gnome.
Oh.
She's small.
I think if Hetty was also equally small, then it would be there's the gnomes.
Time to make Hetty small.
Yeah, just
No.
put Hetty in the half of the token, the half head down.
Just reduce it half down. Yeah. So through a variety of means, trial and error,
I thought you said memes.
that too. Potential dream world concussions, which you hope go away when you go back to the waking world. You do eventually all come to, and you are all still sitting in the circle in Passion Ilios's room, where you had fallen asleep, with
Nice.
Sudawatha in the middle, hands clutching what you now know is called a nexi, with Freya leases around it. And Ilios is up and sort of pacing around the small room, around the outside of where you guys were, until he begins to notice the fact that you were all coming to. And there is a moment where there's kind of this panic, and he brings his hands up like he's ready to...
Oh.
Is what's coming back
Yeah,
actually
makes me
you?
believe.
Or, is it... Yeah. And Surawatha's eyes open. You're all looking pretty beaten and worn. It has translated through to the waking world. You were primarily there, and he sort of almost then drops his hands in relief, like he's no longer going to cast a spell, and just kind of leans against the wall and just slides down it in relief, like he's been watching and staying awake and alert and monitoring the whole time. What does that fancy stuff mean? I don't know what fancy stuff means.
It's your session 15 of the second arc of this campaign.
Yeah.
16.
16? Yeah, you're
16.
right. You're right, 16. There's a lot of this stuff happening.
There's a lot built into what's just been going on.
The first so many episodes are on YouTube though, if you ever wanted to catch up.
Yes. But I resonate with being a sociopath, so psychopath. Yeah, he sort of collapses, and it looks like he's going to try and say something, but it's almost like he's just there's relief and exhaustion. So, but you all come to. Surawatha also wakes up, very confused by what she's holding. But also as she goes to move, immediately her hands kind of drop it, and she tries to sit up, and then she just kind of falls backwards, and
Can
you realize.
Hetty,
Yep.
slide forward to just grab it?
If-
like go on the
yeah.
floor or anything?
Yep. You're not doing it sneakily. You're just gonna go grab it. Yep. Cool. That's easy enough. It's not. I mean, you guys are in a relatively tight wee circle. It's not difficult at all. And you do get the impression from Surawatha trying to sit up and then just almost collapsing back into your lap, Freyalise. She doesn't have the physical energy or strength right now to be able to stand and move. She's been drip-fed probably soup and broth and stuff, to be able to keep her alive over the time she's been in a coma. But she all of a sudden, upon that realization, is just, oh. She looks like she wants to go back to sleep. She's not. She's been asleep for so long.
Yeah, she's probably not going to sleep for like the next 3 days.
No, but she's probably gonna eat like a fucking madman.
Yeah.
All right, so you've all come to. You're in Passion Ilios's wee shrine to the Keeper of Dreams.
I'm gonna go walk over to the Passion and kind of just grab him by the shoulder and be like, "It's over now. We did it. Thank you for every part you played in that."
She's awake, and I'm glad for that. It means that everything we've done for this has paid off. Welcome back.
Lots to talk about.
Well, I think first of all, I'm hungry, and I can imagine all of you probably need it too. You look a little worse for
Starving.
wear.
I'm so hungry.
I usually take my meals at the temple, but to be fair, I don't think we're going to go there right now. So I'm just going to go and grab some stew I've had in the pot for a little bit.
How long has it been?
It's been some time. Been gone some time.
Oh no.
Are we talking like hours?
He walks out.
Weeks?
He walks out without committing to that answer.
I think it's days or weeks.
I mean,
months.
Would it be the first time we went somewhere and lost time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Went to
This is
have time?
Especially dream or veil related, yes.
Mhm.
This has happened to me 3 times now.
What I am going to do is, you know what? I'm going to designate this one Frey, because this is kind of your story with fragments of other people's stuff thrown in. I'm going to get you to roll a d20 for me.
Oh no.
See which kind of demon comes out of Surawatha.
Excellent.
See which one of them possessed her and actually came along for the ride.
yeah.
The spiders actually got mad.
Oh man.
17.
17? Okay, cool. Alright, that's not bad. And what I will do then to resolve some other stuff,
Oh.
I'm going to get
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the one of the sisters to roll a d20, and I'll get Vander to roll a d20, just to resolve some other things.
I don't trust me to roll important shit.
10.
10? Cool.
10.
All right.
12.
12. All right.
Oh,
Cool.
actually, no, sorry. That was the dice it hit. 2.
2. Okay, cool.
Sorry, sister.
That's all right. It's just for other stuff going on in the meantime, because it's just fun to make you guys roll for outcomes.
Oh no.
I go sit next to Vander on the like a bench in the room, and I'm just like shoulder barge him a little bit, and be like, "Good job."
Thank you. Think you did pretty well yourself, no?
It's much more fun to play with my spells in a dream. That's for sure.
I had less fun with the non-pointing of my daggers.
Who did you fight?
Amira. It wasn't fun. it was terrible.
I think if I
And
had to
be
fight
fair,
you, that would be terrible. Like, it's holding the mirror up to yourself, huh?
No, I wasn't fighting me. I was fighting Amira.
You know, the dream is a strange place, that's for sure.
Yep. What? Who was your opponent?
You know the creature we fought inside the bastion? Well, there was a few of those, huh?
There was?
Yeah. Mine was... Fuck. What was mine called? I can't even remember. I'm so hungover.
The name I've been giving it was the Lunar Beast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
was-
not necessarily its name, but that's
Yeah.
the name I've been giving it.
I described the Lunar Beast.
Yeah.
You know that one?
Oh,
Mm.
I remember that one. That
Mm.
that would have sucked.
It was pretty
And you were
bad.
by yourself. You did it.
Yeah, no.
Ah,
Yeah.
you are so much more
also-
capable than I give you credit for.
I will take that compliment.
You should. It was a compliment.
Mm.
I
You're
also
under
love
the
the
impression that I don't think very highly of you already.
I also love the fact that that whole time your stone buddy was there with you, and you chose not to talk to that. So we're just going to point that
We
out.
didn't have time. We were fucking
know.
fighting.
No, I mean afterwards.
He was there.
Yeah, he reduced down to your size, and he was there the whole time. But that's fun.
Moving on.
Opportunities.
Hi,
Yeah,
Humble.
moving on.
At least, you didn't get snubbed by your guy.
That's true. My guy just stood there. He was just
It's
like,
just
I
a
am
topic
rock.
of conversation,
Snogged or snogged?
You
Did you kiss
snubbed him.
something?
Yes.
What? No. No.
Is that how
Try-
you defeated your one?
Stone buddy. Yeah, Perd.
No,
That-
second
that-
actually.
That's a no for it
smashed the
story.
heck out of it.
But
Ah.
all of the players got the ability to get a manifestation of will, and she decided to manifest an image of the creature, the stone humanoid creature that she deems responsible for giving her power.
Yeah.
So
Or at least it was the creature that told me where to fucking go for it.
yeah, exactly. And it basically became a kaiju. While
Yeah,
they
it
were
was
fighting
cool.
the lunar beast in the air.
I was
Yeah,
like
and it
running
just
all
basically-
over its body and like hiding, and it was holding its hand over me and then just
It was,
fucking eating
covering
the
it with
shit
one
out of
hand
it.
and then slamming it with the other. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yes. So yeah, if you guys want to have a conversation without Ilios around, you can do that now. Please go ahead and do so. Otherwise, I'll just sit to him coming back. It won't take him long.
When it seems like an appropriate moment, like Siddhartha and Freya at least are catching up, I introduce myself just like, I am Rofred, Capri of the Tuvasa tribe.
I get up and shake your hand, but Well, you know,
That is okay.
Yeah.
There's other days for that.
hopefully soon, I guess. That's all right, Pearl. I know you've been busy. I don't expect you to catch up either. It's all good. Last session was all combat.
It was.
Um,
It was just something combat.
oh, you have some very capable friends, Frey.
Very trusted friends too.
And she's going to ask you what happened. You know, the night of the eclipse. You can choose to go into detail. You can choose to do cliff notes. We can zap over it if you'd like. It's up to you. But yeah, obviously she's going to be curious because she's now that she's aware that there is some food coming. She's hanging out for that.
So, I fell off a tree, on the eclipse, met a magic man, and she's just gonna go into big details.
Okay, cool. You probably won't have time to do the entire story then.
It would be ramblings.
It would be.
And then she said, and I said, and we did, and then we went, and
And then I
this
licked
happened.
that room.
But, I forgot this happened too, but that was way before that happened.
and we rode these really cool creatures up the mountain, and then we raced them, and then
And there was a big crocodile man, and you'll probably notice at some point that her eyes, she's very used to you. She spent a lot of time. Her eyes probably just glaze over, and that she knows that you're going to say all of this, and she'll probably just get the story later.
and halfway through a sentence, it's like ding, and Frey just opens her oven and like passes a cookie.
But it is a short time later that Ilios actually kind of half nudges the door open with his foot, trying to half kick it open because he's carrying a tray full of bowls.
Hetty's gonna actually go help.
Yeah.
She's in help mode.
She's in help mode, yeah. And there are some steaming hot bowls of stew coming in, and they smell like they have been fragrantly spiced. Not hot spiced, but they have definitely had some spices added to them. Where he just goes around and offers them to each of you. And then doing what he has done previously, actually, after you've all accepted one, he sits himself down cross-legged directly in front of Surawatha and motions for you, Frey, to sit her up as he begins feeding her. Something he's been doing for quite some time. And she kind of looks like she wants to try and feed herself, and then her arm gets halfway up and she just kind of gives up and just lets it happen. So, I imagine you all have an interesting story to tell. We save it for another time. Honestly, I'm just glad you're all back. And I assume...
I'm very glad to be back.
I assume, and he sort of half smiles the first time you've seen him smile since you approached him at the Temple of the Sun. So, I assume this nightmare is over with.
At least this chapter.
Well, they call it progress, I guess.
I think you need to give us some time to order our thoughts before we make any rushed statements to you. I think this is the first time where we feel like we can sit and breathe for a second.
Well,
And don't suppose you know what Tom is.
Oh, a what?
Never mind.
Okay. Also, given that you're holding that relic, you'll notice that it's the golden glow that it had brought back, has faded away.
Frey, are you happy with me holding onto this for a little bit?
Sure thing.
Well, while you're ordering your thoughts, here's some more things to ponder.
Oh no.
You've been gone for 3 days.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it could be.
No wonder my knees are sore. Just from sitting cross-legged, like.
Things in the city outside have settled down. But the summer district is in lockdown.
Just yeah.
Rubrum Cascade refuses to let anybody in or out to the other districts. For now. And it seems as though people are looking for you.
Oh,
Bian came back after driving off some of the people with her little crew. I told her you were still taking care of business. She said her sisters are going to take care of things in the city. Her and the group that she was with are actually going to be heading north to the fort that she told you about, should you choose to make your way there. Things have settled down, but if you choose to go out in the city for the next wee while, keep your heads down. You're safe here for now. I've made sure of that.
thank you. We will have to decide what to do next.
And as soon as I'm done giving you some food, if you have nothing to tell me, which is, I understand, I will leave you to your contemplations.
Oh, no. We love telling stories. Let us tell you what happened to us.
I do have to ask, how was the dream?
It looked like a war zone.
It was a war. I saw those who were fighting.
Cyril Arthur coughs a little and looks directly at him. It's like, but things are going to settle down now. At least a little bit. She just keeps looking directly at Ilios, and he's sort of unsure because it's a very intense gaze that he's being given. It's like, all right. And she sort of just wants you to know the dream will come back. Your faith all these years will be rewarded. And you'll always be welcome back in the fold. Thank you for looking after one of her chosen. She appreciates it more than she can say. And it's his turn to have just a bit of moisture welling up in his eyes. Very good. I'm glad to hear. You have all finished your stew. Would anybody like some more?
Yes.
I'd love some.
Yes, please.
Get some more trays. He sort of gets up, straightens his robe. You sort of see he composes himself for a moment. And whilst he had sort of a half smile before about his joke about the nightmare being over, as he walks out, you can see he has an actual, genuine smile on his face.
That's what I call a victory.
That man has been holding on for 25 years. To a dream. and that one little statement from her meant so much more than Right. So what ended up happening is you guys are offered the opportunity to rest here if you would like. It is going to be small, cramped spaces. It is up to you how long you would like to rest up. Obviously, you can just take a long rest and sort things out on the next day. Or you may do whatever you wish right now. But this little scene, we can wrap that up and move on if you would like. Unless there's more things you guys want to talk about, or you can do that in another way. Because I know you guys want to figure out what you're doing next.
I think just Hetty is a lot more quiet than normal. She does kind of toddle to her corner, and she tries reaching out to Goldilocks again, just with her brain. Like, oh, what's that all about?
I'm going to get you to make a persuasion check. And because of the timing, I'm sorry, it's going to be at disadvantage.
Sorry.
You're right, Biggs. I understand. There's hangovers going around here at the moment, and there's a lot of talking. So.
16 at disadvantage.
16 at disadvantage. Damn. Oh, mind
I
you, you're
rolled a
hitty.
19
You're
on that
hitty
other
as
dice.
well. Yeah. So you got a decent charisma. All right. Yeah. Okay. You can't beat that. So what were you saying? What were you reaching out to him with?
Well, then, so what was that all about? You know, the snubbing me and the pointedly not stepping in when we were talking to Tavis.
And there's a small wee sort of shimmer in the air in front of you, as what looks like a little weasel sort of appears with green streaks down the side and almost like a yellow faux mohawk across it. And it sort of just looks at you. It's like, honestly, my dear, I really didn't want to be associated with that particular individual.
Why? Since we have been wary?
No, not at all. Just, not a personal thing. Not personal between me and her. No, not at all. It's more, I was surprised to see somebody from a long time ago there, and honestly didn't really know how I would respond to that. You're touching on some very touchy subjects, and yeah, I felt a little awkward. So I just decided to do something I've been doing for, centuries, and nope the fuck out.
Well, that isn't very like you. You seem to be wanting to see more of the world, and then all of a sudden, you know, a really interesting thing comes up, and you nope out.
True. Counterpoint wasn't really the word, was it? It was a dream. It was interesting being there, but that's subjective. Yeah.
So you knew her before? Are you one of the 7?
No. No.
Were you one of the ones they were fighting? Are you a crocodile thing?
Do I look like a crocodile thing? Do I look like a crocodile thing?
You
I mean,
look
I
like
can-
a weasel, and
That's true. It's a particularly handsome weasel, though, isn't it?
love the faux mohawk.
Thank you. I think it was a good little touch.
Very cute.
I am not a crocodile thing. Okay. Let's be clear. But let it be known that I have seen her before in person.
What side of her heart were you?
I was not her enemy, if that's what you're getting at.
Oh, that's good. Well, I would have thought you would have bonded. You both in your own little dimensions. You both want to talk.
And I'm sure we may have, but you ever have those wee little moments where you just kind of see something, someone you didn't expect, and all of a sudden social awkwardness kicks in and you don't know what to do and you're paralyzed by that indecision and then the moment's gone. Yeah.
Ah, but it's not gone because I have her receptacle. So,
That's neat. I look forward.
I want to roll
that.
insight. Like, I want to say why he's squirming. Like, is this a relationship? Is this
Go
is this
relationship
did he
thing.
cheat her?
Go for it. Wing tips to toe nips. Oh my god. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
19.
19? All right. I mean, I'm not going to roll because he's not really trying to deceive. He was genuinely just uncomfortable at the thought of seeing this person in person. It's hard to give you anything more than 19. He was just uncomfortable at her presence. But again, it's not an animosity thing. It's I don't genuinely know how I'm going to react to physically meeting you. Sort of thing. After
Would
all
she
this
be
time.
able to help me help you?
Not as she is right now. Although I must say, the comparison between our situation is also marginally uncomfortable. She's trapped in her own little pocket dimension. I'm trapped in mine. We only have limited access to the outside world. Centuries in between interactions. It's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. But something there to bond over. I don't know, but I very much doubt, as she is right now, she could help. You'd probably
So
want
you
somebody a
don't
little bit
wanna-
more arcane inclined to do that.
So if I found one of like her buddies that was more magical, maybe that would be a thing.
Possible. It's possible, yes. I
So
suppose.
she got locked away doing something, just and good for the world. Why did
Oh,
you get
yes.
locked away again?
Noble and heroic was the sacrifice that Radiant Verity gave. Yes. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, there's more to the story.
There
I'm
is. And one day, I don't know, maybe we'll talk about it. I'm not, this is uncomfortable.
Yes, I haven't actually seen you squirm so much.
I haven't seen anybody that is almost as old as I am in about as long as I've been trapped away. It's a
And,
very
and then you meet
uncomfortable
me,
situation.
and all of these things happen. I would think you would be grateful.
I am grateful to you, but you're analyzing my reaction to her. And so I'm giving you my reaction to her. You, my dear, I'm very grateful towards. Very, very grateful. Oh, the experiences are great. But
I am curious. We'll come back to this when you're feeling a little less squirmish and you've had time to put things into where you need them.
yes,
I'm a curious soul, as is Seketh, and I'm sure.
as am I.
will
However, yes, we'll put a pin in that and come back to it. In the meantime, hey, congratulations. You did a fantastic thing, aiding your friend's friend, and helping out the dream. You should feel very accomplished.
I talked to a keeper. Is she kind of the maybe helping you scheme of things, or do you know her personally too?
Keeper is a very broad aspect of things. Which one are you referring to? I don't recall seeing one.
Was it Anira?
It was.
Ms. Anira.
The moon? When did you meet her?
Was that shielded from you?
I guess so, because I don't remember that. Anyway, go revel in your victory. Have some of that delicious smelling stew. We'll talk about this another time, because... yes, another time, I think. Congratulations. Give Fraley's my best. I'm sure she doesn't know who I am, really, but then she'll welcome
your
the
real name?
congratulations from me. Not today. And he
Oh,
morphs from a
come
weasel
on.
down into a crab. He morphs down into a crab and goes snip, snip, and then
Goldilocks, Goldilocks, Goldilocks.
Your patron doesn't want to talk about things.
Just
not.
sass lord.
Sass Lord. Not very, definitely not part of the Radiant guys, and their very noble, heroic sacrifices was very scoffed at. I love this. Oh!
Maybe there's more to the story of the past than has been made widely available to the people living in the present. Who knows? It's usually the way history works.
Yeah. And at least
Snip,
I've got
snip, start a dip! Goldilocks away!
snip, snip, turn it up! Yeah, no, that's could very well
I fucking love that bird.
his war call. War cry.
Yeah. That's just every time he pieces out now, that's going to be it. Yeah, the whole idea was supposed to be the snipping off of the conversation. That was kind of the point of him becoming a crab, but I love Purdy's one, so... Alright. Is there anything else you guys are up to? I actually think... I know Bex just did some things to get herself energized. Would you guys like a quick little break? I would like to go refresh my drink, and then we can get into whatever you guys are going to do next. Yeah? Sweet. Sounds good. You've been a comic relief chat on the player. Bullshit, Purd. You're an amazing player, and I really want to start playing with you again. Sometime soon. Whenever time allows for it.
BRB. Back in 3.
Snip, snip.
I mean
Snip,
5.
snip. On to
5 minutes.
Goldilocks away!
Snip, snip, gonna dip!
Ooh, check out the art. Thank you, Podicious. I've had a whole brisket in the oven since 11. Damn. That's impressive. Brisket? I need food. I have eaten a quiche today. Not even an act. Like, this is the last bite of quiche. I have eaten a quiche and 4 Oreos today.
Other than breakfast, I really haven't eaten much. I've had like some of the lamb and mint chips. That's feels bad. But I got a great sweet and sour chicken noodle for tea when we're done. So yay! Yeah.
I couldn't think I was pasta. I'm excited. Little ravioli.
We will, Purd. We will. Today just got busier than I anticipated. Right, I'm gonna go grab myself a drink.
Okay. I'm amusing, chat. Hi, chat. Consider yourself amused. Also, Pert, can you remind me to download this app, because apparently Streamlabs is having a hissy fit and the alerts aren't working, and it didn't allow me to record it. It was like fucking up at the start. So good times. Good times were had by all. Hi everyone. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. And once again, thank you to Felix the Mothman for the raid, and Gooseman for the raid too. Appreciate you both. I'm glad you guys are interested in our D&D narrative. It's getting juicy. It's getting spicy. Also, cute things about this image. Check out Sekhet's reflection. See what Purdy did there? It's fucking heady. Sekhet's reflection is Hetty, which is the other, just for context, Sekhet and Hetty are 2 different people that exist inside the same body, which is a changeling. But in Quinista's world, it's like, instead of it being the same person that just takes different, like, skin? That's a weird way of wording it, but instead of it being like that, it's 2 separate identities completely from each other. Oh, good night, Sasha Spice. I hope you had a good stream. I hope you were having fun in The Binding of Isaac. I'm sorry I missed it. I was busy played up with Felix. Oh, which we were like deciding on last night when we were very drunk. And then
At least
we
you
were
followed
like,
through.
yeah, I followed through because I really wanted Felix to feel supported in streaming today because they haven't streamed for a few months and it was really fun.
Yeah. It was nice to see the go live mode notification. It was just too busy to actually jump
Yeah,
into it.
no, that's so fair. I was nearly crying from being hungover at the stress of working in a fucking pretend kitchen.
Love that.
I need early night time.
Oh.
Need to change the music now? We're not in the dream anymore. What's the vibe?
Tense undercurrent.
Tense?
Us?
We're in a town again, right? We need like a... What's this one?
Tavern noises.
This one's called Adventure Supply. Does that feel good? Oh, I like that actually. Oh no, I like the music. I don't like the bell ringing of the door.
Oh no.
That's cute. I don't know if it's quite the vibe. Is it the vibe? Chat. Also, just a shout out to Tabletop Audio, who are fucking fantastic, and they use their music a lot for our streams. Overcooked with Brosplot.
Oh.
Was it Brosplot? I played Overcooked with Skippy and Zane and Lisa. That was a funny time. Fuck.
I played Overcooked with Perd, and I had so much stress.
It's a very stressful game.
It is. Way before that, God. Yeah, maybe I did play Overcooked with Matt a long time ago on Bethlehem.
Es posible.
It's possibly. Everything's a blur today. I wouldn't ask me to define anything in particular. I'm surprised I thought of as many questions as I did. Also, I note it's getting dark in my room, but I'm not turning my light on in my face because I don't need that.
I mean,
I
I'll be
like
honest.
that shadow look though.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty shadowy in here.
Some of the questions you asked were good, and I wasn't expecting it. I had a whole lot of stuff I was expecting and you didn't ask. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like
It's
what?
so interesting, eh?
what-
What should we have asked?
You didn't ask it. I guess you guys have got time before the next eye recharges and you can go talk to Tavis again.
That always stresses me out because I never ask the right questions or
Same.
think of the right thing.
The thing being, there is no wrong question, though.
That's the beauty of
DM.
D&D, right? It's like,
You know?
we make our
Just
own path.
just because I thought you might ask something and you asked something different doesn't mean you asked the wrong thing.
Mm.
Yeah, at all. It's really interesting.
Hetty was very concerned about the willingness of being trapped there like that. As soon as she established that, it's like, okay.
That was why Tavis made it very clear, because she knows that she didn't want to come across like she was a prisoner. Yeah, of anything other than her own choice. Anyway, welcome back, guys. We're good to crack back into it?
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything else you guys wanted to do for the evening, or do you want to have yourself a long rest, get up the next day, and sort things from there? So it's going to be a very cramped space for you guys to sleep in if you choose to stay here. But Ilios has offered his residence for
I don't know where else we could fucking go in the middle of the night injured. I think
I don't
honestly,
want to risk going anywhere.
yeah, I don't want to risk going anywhere, and I don't think our team. I even know for it. Like, I have things I want her to do, but I also think she's just gonna be like, take the win and rest. Like, we did it, and rest, and that's.
You had a victory.
Yeah,
you
we had a victory.
You had a pretty insane victory.
Yeah.
You know, take that win. Yeah.
So I'm just I pull out like the bedroll And I just lead. Let's go fucking sleep.
All right. So, is there anything anybody wants to do before you have your rest? Then.
Not before the rest.
No. All right. Cool.
Is Frey back?
It doesn't feel right to do anything else. I feel like literally just rest.
And in which case, as you all go off to sleep,
Hello?
Frey.
Oh, fuck.
Just as you are falling asleep, you sort of have this content feeling of the fact that you've helped your friend. After some time, after a relatively arduous sort of manner of time, Sirawatha has been returned to the waking realm, and you've also got maybe a few answers now about what's going on with the dream and the Keeper of Dreams, and Onira, and perhaps more of those sort of things will lead you to understanding more about what's happening with your own Keeper. And upon that thought sort of coming into your head, that figure appears before you again.
Oh no.
And they pull back their hood. And the long white hair and the caring face of you have seen this person before. And it is the Keeper of Winter. Despite Onira saying that she has been keeping her distance, knowing that this is actually the robed figure that has been seen in your visions and your dreams, maybe helps you rest just a little easier. But she comes to you, and as she does, she sort of wraps you up in her robe, which takes away the black from it, and it goes to this sort of deep ocean blue. And she wraps you up in the folds of it and gives you a little kiss on the top of your head. And you immediately feel the goosebumps and the chills travel through before she disappears. And now you get that boon from your keeper.
Yeah.
Anytime you deal damage physically or with magic, you are capable of up to proficiency bonus times per day. You are capable of altering it to cold, lightning, or thunder.
That's fucking cool.
Yep. And when you roll dice for it, you get to add your proficiency bonus as additional damage. So at the moment, you can do it 3 times per day, and you add 3 damage to the total.
Nice.
Yep.
We get forehead smooches. We got a victory. No one died.
Yeah. Wow.
Excellent.
And yeah, and you then fall into a deep, restful slumber. You all get your long rest.
So we lose the boon that we got from
Oh yeah, no, that was gone.
Onira and the dream.
Onira's mantle is gone.
Onira's mantle is gone.
Yep.
Bloody gone.
Yeah, the moment you guys woke up, that was gone. But you sleep all very restfully, despite the fact you were, I don't know, were you technically asleep while you were in the dream? Who knows? But you rest well. Wake up feeling, that magical version of refreshed that a long rest in D&D does for you. Brought to the brink of death, to the point where in the real world you would require multiple surgeries and long, intensive weeks of labor and rehabilitation to get over things. Now you slept it off. You're good.
Gucci.
And you wake up feeling refreshed and good to face the next day. And it is, speaking of now, the next day, which is now technically 4 days since you entered
The house.
Yeah, since you entered the house. Which
4 days since we burned down those houses.
brings us to the 26th of Gwendith. So I'm going to change that now so I don't forget.
Disclaimer, we have not burnt down any houses whatsoever in this campaign.
I mean, you guys
I
didn't
don't think
burn them
that's true,
down.
but we didn't burn down the most recent ones.
Yeah,
Tried to save them.
there may have been in some of the prologue sessions some burning down of houses, but we'll neither confirm nor deny. Right, so you all come to the next morning. And there is you're probably woken up by Ilios doing some more cooking, and it is more of the same stew. He seems to be just this is his thing.
It's
cooks
priest food.
He cooks a damn good stew, and it's really nutritious. Like it's tasty-ish, and you know it's very filling. And also, he's probably cooking it more for the person who really needs that nutrition and vitality, which is Surawatha, than he is for you. But he's also cooking for you. So you may all partake of a stew for breakfast, if you wish. And then whatever you would like. Surawatha is actually managing to sit up in a chair, by the way. Like there's one small table with 2 chairs, and she's managing to sit up without immediately slumping off to the side. She also appears to either have not slept or only slept a marginal amount.
Are you heady when you wake up, by the way? Or second?
Second.
Anything you guys would like to do for the morning?
Where do we go? What is the plan?
That's a great question.
Do we want to go to the outpost?
We can't stay here.
No.
And I don't think we should say with Surawatha, as much as you guys have just met. I don't know if that.
Are you not returning home, Frey?
You could, Frey.
Yeah, you could, Frey. We talk as if you are coming with us, but you could go home.
But I will be, but not right now. There's too many things that are happening at the moment.
In the ramble, did you explain to her what happened to the others? I mean, because otherwise she will straight up ask, like, where the others are.
Frey wouldn't have.
Okay. In which case, after getting that sort of response about whether you're returning home or not, she immediately then goes to, what happened to the others then?
A friend of ours named Morius is taking them home. Our dear
glad they
friend
can go home.
Hetty, who you have seen, has a little book. Is it a book that she writes down and makes
journal,
some
yeah.
messages?
Yeah, it's a book of direct communication.
Not quite, Perd. You didn't go with Glaive. Glaive went somewhere else. Glaive gave custodianship of them to you, the 2 warriors, while he went off to search for the real Winter somewhere.
Do you think that we could escort her back?
Oh, well, first of all, none of the others were hurt, were they?
No,
They're okay.
they're okay.
I'm not going back. Not yet.
Oh, is there something that you need to do?
There is. She sort of looks at Ilios. It's like, I told Ilios here that things are going to settle down in the dream, and it's true. But my keeper's battle isn't over yet. She's trying to wrest control and the full power of the dreamer back from those who stole it. And as one of her chosen, I'm going to help her.
Are you going to
So-
be okay?
I'll be fine. So I've got my own journey I need to go on now. There are some people I need to find. Some allies I'm going to try and recruit. The Keeper of the Dark has given me some guidance as to what I need to do next. But that's my journey, not yours. You have your own things to do.
just promise me this. That one day we can go out and have a drink and tell the stories of our adventures.
Oh, my poor wee ditzy Frey. Of course we can. I'm so glad to see you come into your own. You know, we always knew you would. Well, most of us knew you. Some of us thought. Well, I thought you would. I'm glad to see that's true. But as soon as I've regained some of my strength, which will hopefully be tomorrow, and she darts another look at Ilios, and he's kind of shaking his head. It's kind of like she looks at you, nods her head, like tomorrow. I'm going to start by heading north. Something I need to do up there. Someone I need to find in the Summer Realms.
Well, the least we can do, Siddhartha, is give you something to help. And I chuck down 50 gold.
Oh, no, no, please. I'm well taken care of. Trust me. I couldn't ask anything more than what you've already given to help me.
I skipped Jack. You might not ask, but it feels kind of strange. You just woke up from a very long sleep, and are you sure you have resources?
I do. And Ilios, with a sigh, kind of, holds up some of her belongings that he'd been holding on to. And there is actually a wee pouch that he gives a jangle, and you can hear the clinking of coins in it. It's kind of like, she's got a bit in there. Not that I counted it, but sort of just does the whole sort of, can feel the weight of it. It's like I'm fine. And like I say, you guys have your own journey by the sounds of things, so you're probably going to need your own resources.
Frey's gonna give a big hearty chuckle and pull out her little, her coin pouch, and she shakes it around as well. And it is just loud.
Yes, very loud.
Seconds just kind of look at her and go, look, I do not like what was happening there. There is a war going on unseen. If you do need to call upon our aid, I would be willing to come help.
And I appreciate that. And who knows? If our paths end up crossing again, I may need that help. But for now, I just need to go and get some allies. My keeper has, as I say, directed me to some places where I might be able to find some help, and I'm going to take that upon myself to do.
Be careful of dream spiders.
Oh,
I
dear,
will
that's right.
do that. I will definitely look out for dream spiders. To be honest, for a while, despite the fact that the Keeper of the Dark is slowly absorbing the power of the Keeper of Dreams, I'm kind of hoping, no offense, that I don't dream for a wee while. I'd be really okay with that.
Oh no, that is in the real world.
That's even more terrifying than I thought it would be. Okay. Noted. Look out for real spiders too, not just dream ones. I think that goes without saying, but since we're giving advice about spiders, Jim.
I mean, they are from the dream, but they ran here because of the war, and they're a little bit tricksy.
Oh, Well, I mean, the danger in there's disappeared, so it's possible they may be able to return home.
Would you say completely disappeared from everywhere?
No, not with any certainty.
I still stand by what I said. We are, excuse me, I still stuck on my teeth. We are better off not following Zoroaster right now because we are being somewhat looked out for, somewhat hunted potentially. Have we all forgotten Douglas?
And we have the other issue of the keeper trying to steal other keepers' powers.
He will be stopped one way or another.
We could.
Honestly needs to.
I think the main thing for us right now is to get out of the city and stop taking advantage of the generosity of Passionilius, among other friends of ours we have made.
It's fine. I didn't exactly get into this to be, stingy.
Yeah, but we've lived in your bedroom for 3 days now. If you stay there, welcome.
Oh, I don't sleep there, but point taken. You're determined to go, Zoroaster. I am. Well, then where are you all headed next, if I may ask?
So we're gonna make a decision, team.
You
I feel
know,
like
we could go fight a Somnodile and get a perfect barb. That sounds like something we could do.
Is that just because you want to kill something, or because it sounds kind of easier than the other stuff that we are learning and becoming a part of?
Yes. I'm glad you understood the joke.
I
how
understood the
about
joke.
going to the fort to help
Yeah.
Did we also want to let the spiders know that maybe they could go stop sucking us dry and, toodle back to Dreamland?
Maybe don't phrase it like that when there are people around with no context of what you mean.
Everything is fine.
Yes, everything is fine. Stop saying it like that.
No! Everything is fine.
The other two sitting at the table just look at each other and shrug, like, okay, cool.
I'll say the curse words. What could possibly go wrong?
We don't even know where we're going, so everything can go wrong.
We could go to the fort where the lovely lady said that she was going.
I think they helped.
Vian,
They helped
yes.
us around here. I think we should go help.
We owe them. That's the
I agree.
reality. If we are wanting to keep wearing the pin, and I show the pin of Keretnan, if we are wanting to, stay on a better side of the conflict that is being generated in this city.
Anywhere that isn't the city. I feel like
The problem of going to the fort is that is the most obvious answer, and probably the first place they're going to look for us. Going there could bring more trouble.
Vander,
But
this is one
we
of the
do
most
have-
astute things you have ever said.
I'm very
However-
perceptive. I know what's going on.
I know, but that
Popsicle.
was particularly, putting A and B together,
But then
You'd be
we will have
surprised. C was
allies
also included.
and allies who also know that we're being hunted.
Allies who have their own problems.
honestly we're going to
everyone
get
has their own
hunted
problems.
anywhere we go.
I assume you're talking about Fort Falling Embers.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a small fort that's still under construction. It's got a heavy contingent of border rangers. I can't imagine that it would come under direct attack from anyone. That'd have to
Yeah.
be stupid to do so.
But no
Or
one
have a lot of
expected
resources.
no one expected the strange dwarf called Douglas to make its way into the midst of a whole guild to start a subplot in the city of
strife,
Well.
you know?
Point taken.
Which is my worry, that wherever we go, we are going to draw Douglas to us.
Yeah.
We can
And
become
is that going to be to the
hermits,
detriment of our allies,
hide in a
even if we
cave.
want to help them?
Cave? That's no, too damp. No.
Or we can solve it head on.
We could go find him.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting proposition.
Where do you think we would go?
Have to get a lot of information.
Where do soul ghouls live?
We should go to Syleria. I've always wanted to go there.
Syleria.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, sister, it's in some ways this isn't a bad idea
It's so lovely.
because at least it is not the expected path, which is what Venter was pointing out.
Or we could go sort out what the hell the tribe is doing, attacking and organizing and...
Questions
Yes, we can
for
go get
them.
ourselves involved in another war.
Or we could track down more about the slave ring.
Yeah, we could. So many options.
I kind of like the idea of continuing to the fort with the intent of making Douglas aware we are heading to the fort.
Want him to follow.
We want him to follow so that we can figure out what the fuck he is up to. Sorry, excuse me, Elias. Sorry.
I
I've
am a
used
little...
far worse words far more frequently.
We know what he is up to. We know what he is after.
Just out of the game. I thought we killed him.
Yep.
He did.
And
But-
as he died, he whispered up to Vander, "See you soon."
Yeah.
So
He's
we
not
know
dead.
he's not dead.
Nah,
And it was also
Or
we,
he might just think that Vander is impulsive and going to die soon. You know?
that we discovered that the name
Because he
Douglas
has that
is,
dagger.
is not a dwarven name. He came out of nowhere. He infiltrated the place with seemingly nothing.
We can feel
There
He
is-
was an unknown person, and then
all of a
Is-
sudden he was very important, very powerful.
Is Douglas
And he-
perhaps a title? Is there going to be a new
Oh my
Sir
god!
Douglas?
the Douglas,
There's so many
The
The
Douglas.
Douglases.
the Douglas. All right.
Would it be the Douglases or the Douglas Eye?
Douglas Eye.
Well, it depends. We do not know if it is a multi-person entity or just a singular. But
Do you
all
think
we
it's-
know is that he was hunting us, and we are
No,
still being
Nothing.
hunted.
He was a bit crazy, to be fair.
Vander.
Does that mean that we can call
He
the
hunts us
dagger
now.
Douglas?
Okay. We are kind of a crew at this point.
Yeah, well,
Just casually. We're like
Yeah.
casual chaos.
Yeah, casual chaos. Yeah, yeah.
sure, we'll go with that then, shall we?
I quite like that name, actually, yeah.
Not that bad. Maybe instead of crew though, because that implies we're kind of seedy. Maybe like club.
Or that we are on a ship. They have crews, remember, sister?
I don't know. It seems like a seedy title though. A
We're
club.
not exactly
club,
the most
though.
upstanding.
In the meantime, Ilios is just giving Suruatha more stew while they're both just sort of sitting there watching this conversation.
In any case, Vander,
Yes.
what's your problem is now our problem. Sure, we didn't choose to steal a very bad knife.
Props on that, by the way. That sounds
Mhm.
like a very trialing night.
The point be that you're kind of stuck with us. So,
You did back me up when I said I wasn't going to give it up. You weren't happy about it, but you did.
no, that I did, yeah. But it just means you owe me.
I do.
Hmm.
I
Uh-oh.
think I know what I owe.
Okay, that's kind of creepy when you say it like that. I just think, something in the future where I need to be backed up, you can just...
No. I owe you a story.
Oh,
A story I have been meaning to say.
is this a place you want to say? And I look at Passion and Surawatha.
It is just a story.
God, Quentin should scare the shit out of me. He's just gone to the Okay. The table is yours.
Long ago, maybe not too long, there was a family. A little family that lived on the edge of a village. A mother, a father, 2 children, a boy and a girl. Every night, the father, he would tell stories to the children to let them go to bed. Children helped create this wonderful character. What was he like? Oh, he was a squashbuckling adventurer. What weapons did he use? Oh, he loved daggers. Why? Well, he wanted to know where they came from. He wanted to collect them. So he did. As with a lot of stories, tragedy came to the family. They were no more. But the character continued on. Traveling, collecting, continuing to grow the story. How could I let go of that dagger? With those children's voices in my head, saying, no, don't let the bad man have the dagger. I will find a satisfying ending to this. Whatever it takes. The story of fandom.
This was your
I-
family?
No. It's just a story.
And it's the story of one of your daggers.
Possibly.
Can I roll insight when he says no, not his story?
You want?
I do too.
And if you guys want to roll insight, it is up to Vander, whether he is rolling persuasion, deception, whatever he wants to do. Of course, you don't have to tell us what check it is, just we need the number.
Dirty 20.
19.
That one.
Bracelet, cool!
Oh,
Well, you both beat me.
Oh, we both beat you?
You both managed to beat me.
Is this him? Is he the one of the
It
kids?
looks rolled badly, so Rawatha got an 18. No, I'm not doing that. It's just funny.
This is effectively his origin story, yeah.
But he has the dagger of the person that killed his family?
Didn't say that in the story.
No, he didn't.
Just said that it was a character that they created. He's continuing on to be that character. He's dealing with the grief by running away.
So sad.
It's just how he is processing it or living his life.
Is that why in the dreamscape? That's like the burning house. Is that what? Oh my
He
god,
didn't
that's
explain
so
what that was,
messed
but there-
up.
Well,
And-
we didn't see it, did we?
Yeah.
No. And
Oh.
have you guys noticed his like tendency to get a little suicidal?
Running in.
Slightly, yeah.
Oh my god.
We're dealing with some broken people because this
Yeah.
is D&D.
You guys thought
Trauma
Vander was all
bonding.
nice and chill and happy? Yeah, no.
He's a grief bot. Shit.
Mhm.
Trauma bonding.
But he also will not admit this is the truth.
No,
Hmm.
because he's using this as an escape. He can't. He can't.
It's an
Otherwise, it's
adventure.
real.
For all intents and purposes, he is the character from the child's stories.
Do you think the buckler and the tail? Do you think he could find people that he could consider family?
I think he could find friends along the way. Family might be a bit of a stretch.
That's fair. You definitely don't want to. I mean, the swashbuckler definitely doesn't want as many siblings as I have. Especially sisters. They're very annoying.
So annoying.
I don't know, Hetty's quite fun.
So very annoying. You should try being brought up with a whole lot of people you're supposed to be treated as your sisters. And Surawatha looks over at Frey.
Frey pouts.
Here's what I propose.
I can be fun too. She like latched onto you there.
Venter, thank you for that story. I think sometimes we need to remember that as scary as things are, we need to be a bit daring. But, you know, at least we have each other to be daring with, so... I propose that we leave the city tonight. Cover of darkness. Maybe we sneak as far as we can through this place.
That sounds like a... But
I learned how to make us breathe underwater. They wouldn't have guards at the bottom of rivers, would they?
Directing that to Elios?
No, I'm just the group in
Or just
general.
in general.
don't think so.
It's one way we could leave the Summit District without their knowing.
It is a clever idea. Not a fan of water, but
Neither is Nofred. This is an idea and a half.
A daring plan. I love it.
It's a daring plan. And, you know, as much as I don't like water, it's hard to see, you know? Very deep, so we would be somewhat hidden. Especially at night. Unless anyone else has got a better idea.
no, I think that's a fantastic idea, unless any of you can fly.
I would then ask Elias if
Look,
you
I
had...
can be fun too, but Hessie can fly.
Oh, she can too.
Elias,
Well,
if you
heaps of fun.
had a map of the city, perchance, we could track which waterways we could take. Sorry to ask of you again something like this.
The thing being, the only waterway you're going to have access to is the Koran River. And that either goes straight out to the Sunreach Mountains or back into the Seven Lords Lake. It doesn't deviate.
Either way, it gets us out of the city. From there, we can go our own way.
The only way to get access to other waterways would be either to delve into the sewers or to head further into the other districts, which at the moment you won't have access to.
Not the Suez again, please. Not the Suez.
If I sit long enough and... As a water seeker, I have some ability to understand the movements of water. And there's a chance that I could potentially try and reach my senses out to find us a path to, say, the Uren district, where we have some friends.
I mean, you can get access to the Urin district from here.
But we cannot leave the summer district. That is where there's guards.
Yes. True.
So we take the waterways to Uren, climb out. Maybe we could get some mounts, yeah? Like last time, and then ride to the fort. Not the worst plan we've had, right?
No, not at all.
You intend on heading to the fort? I could offer you another way, if you intend on leaving. But I would require a little more time.
Oh?
It wouldn't be particularly difficult with things having settled down in the summer district for me to procure some vestments. And for a small contingent of those beholden to the sun to maybe head north to the summer realms for a pilgrimage where the Keeper of Summer, in fact, holds sway. You wouldn't be able to do it tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. And I would be willing to do so under one condition.
What would that be, Elias?
He sort of looks across the table, like, as much as I do not condone her leaving in the state that she is in, Syleria is heading north into the Summer Realms, where she says her journey is taking her. First port of call would be Fort Falling Embers. I don't want her making that initial part of the trip alone, not in her current state. If you are willing to have her accompany you, she starts to raise an objection and he just immediately puts his hand out. It's like, if you would be willing to take her with you at least that far, then I will find those vestments for you, and make it look like it is just a pilgrimage to the north. As much as I don't want to take away from your daring underwater escape from the city, I think that's absolutely amazing and something you should do. But this is something with potentially a whole lot less danger associated with it.
Ray's gonna like move towards Saraltha, put her arm around like her shoulder and go, "It's gonna be just like the expedition again.
Yay!
Less falling out of trees and falling into slumber."
Oh, here's hoping.
As much as that's
Ultimately-
really looking forward to climbing through sewers.
It's up to you. Call it one last favor for, I guess, returning my charge to the world. Even though some would say, and he looks at Fred, that I've been doing you a favor. It's been nice.
It's also
One
so
last thing I can do for you. To send you on your way.
I really want to go the underwater route.
I kind of want you to as well, but I have to. This is an option. I have to.
Well, I guess we should put it to a vote then.
Oh no.
Okay, but how do we
We lo-
know what Hetty wants?
We love you, Shakutis.
The seconds here.
I will vote on her behalf. There will be 2 votes from me.
You know we're going to double check with her if that was actually what she voted.
Sister, I'm wounded.
Votes for underwater fun. Kind of like my own plan too, to be honest. But votes for taking the fast way, avoiding Douglas, and him not knowing where we're going at all. I don't see any hands up.
I don't know actually what you asked. Is it
Going the fast way.
This is
Summer
Passionilius's way?
Yes.
Okay, so it's either the waterway or Passionilius's way.
Passionilius's way. Or what way, yeah.
Who wants to go Passionilius's way?
Who? Two hands and Frey, right?
Yeah, Frey's gonna
Fred.
put
Well, it looks like we will do a daring one another day.
I mean, we could go two different ways.
We're not splitting the group.
I mean, I could always rescind the offer if you guys really want to go out there and get wet.
No.
No,
It is.
we're good.
It is the responsible thing to do.
Oh,
It's
and that
the
strikes me as
safest way
100%
to
the
do.
things you guys have been up to thus far, is the responsible thing.
Yes.
Mm.
Don't want to talk about it.
It's funny because the a person who doesn't like swimming is the cat. I'm voting for the
Oh.
waterway.
Because it sounds fun.
It does sound. It was a good plan, right? I had a plan.
Foolproof.
It was an awesome plan.
But
Oh, now I feel bad for all.
no. This is good.
I mean, I always had this as the thing he was going to do. I'm sorry.
No, this is good. This is good because it makes us avoid Douglas.
And it means that
Or
we
the
should
Douglas.
check Saratha's okay
Douglas
for a
High.
little bit longer for like the first leg of the journey.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why
But
Hetty
what-
unfortunately chose.
Hold
Well.
on. Where are we coming out again? Where would we land? What is the place we would be? Hell? There's a few questions there. Where is
Yeah.
it we are going?
What, Falling Embers, correct?
Is that, yeah, I think it was Falling Embers. is
Yeah.
Did
where
he
you
say
were going?
direct?
Falling
I
Embers.
thought in my head he was taking us somewhere close to it, and then we would have to still go to the fort. But if
No.
we're just fucking going straight
No,
there,
he was quite simply going to
Right.
get you vestments of pilgrims from the Temple of the Sun, and you could leave as a troop, journeying to the Summer Realms, which is the domain of the Keeper of Summer.
So it's okay. I
And
am
Falling Embers
hungover,
is-
and I
yeah,
interpreted
that's
some of this very wrong.
That's right. And Fort Falling Embers is a relatively new construction alongside the trade route, which is leading north out of Cascorn, all the way north to Sunhaven, which is the capital of the Summer Realms, to guard against banditry on the trade route. It's not far past the Misty Cleft, which is the border between the two.
Okay.
And he's just quite simply saying, look, there's an option.
There is still a chance, even if we are wearing the vestments, that they will look at us, these guards, and know us for who we are. So we have until the vestments arrive and we need to leave to figure out how we're going to look different.
Is there any way to change hair?
Hair?
Frey's gonna snort. She's gonna think a little bit longer.
I mean, if you are worried about numbers, not only will there be one extra going with you, I can potentially provide somebody else heading north, so your numbers are even larger than.
No, it's
initially
not.
scripted.
It's not the numbers. It is. We will visually still look like us inside of a vestment. You know.
Frey's gonna pull out one of her special baked goods, a little lemon cookie, and she's gonna hand it to Nofret.
Mm.
One of
it
the
is
special ones?
It is alternative frosting. Nofret's hair is going to change to silver.
Look. I didn't mean look at me like that. Jeez. It's just a plan. Do I know? I don't know because my hair's always
You
tied
don't
back
know.
with like
I'm not aware of
fucking.
it. Yeah.
That's actually very pretty.
That color does suit you. No, I think that is a very good, good thing to have, Frey.
I mean, I can also make it harder for people to notice us.
She got her god's blessing and passed without a trace.
She's got Pass Without a Trace as one of her spells. So she
Okay.
can, as you are leaving, use that.
That sounds like we have a plan.
Sounds like we have a plan.
And I'll be honest,
This is new for us.
Here's-
I could get the vestments for you today. And he looks at Sir Arthur, but I don't really want to give her another day.
That's fine. However, I am putting an addendum on this. If something happens in the next 24 hours, which means that they are closing in on us in your abode, Passion Ilias, we leave by waterway because I am not putting you at risk. Or Silhouette.
That seems very fair.
Deal.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Welcome back. Well then. I'm going to clean up and head to the temple. Got a couple of things I need to take care of, clearly. I would say stay here, please. But I really can't stop you if you do choose to leave and go and do things. I don't know, maybe there's people you want to see, shopping you want to do, but keep your heads down.
Do you have a chessboard?
No. No, I don't. My son likes chess. I'm never really played.
I'm not very good either, but Sakat was playing? Learning to play a while ago? I think?
You could,
I am a phenomenal player.
Yeah.
Sorry.
if you're going to stay here, I could always send the man outside to go get you a chess set. If you're not going to leave, that's like.
I
We
promise
can
we won't go anywhere
A
if
shopping
we have a
list.
chessboard.
A little
Shopping list, yes.
It's
We
not
don't need a
bad.
I
shopping
will
list.
pay
We have
for
everything
it.
we ever need.
We do not
Frey
have
will pay for
rations, actually.
everything.
We ate them all.
Please.
You don't have rations. I have some rations.
I can pack you up some stew.
That would be lovely.
Liquid is harder to move. We need something a bit more dry and solid.
Frey's gonna pout again.
You know, salted meats, dry crackers, everything dry. Just the way Frey likes it, you know? Really old, smelly cheese. That's really
I
just
can
stiff,
make you some
crumbly.
dry sweets next time if you would like. Just the way you like it.
Just a dry rice cracker. No flavor. Just plain.
So are you providing a shopping list for someone? Are you doing it
Shoot.
yourself? What are
Yeah.
we doing here?
We're not going anywhere.
I don't think
That's-
it's a good
that's
idea.
the
for
agreement,
us to
yeah?
leave.
We're not going anywhere. We're not
We're not
going
going
to cause
anywhere.
trouble.
Mm-mm.
So if we could have a chessboard, that would be wonderful. Maybe
would
some
go.
some health potions wouldn't go amiss.
I will have to see what I can do about that, as
We're
most
still
of
in
our
lockdown.
as most of the recovery items in the district along the trade route have actually all been allocated to
Filled.
the Aurora
Are there
Watch.
any herbs around this area?
I tell you what, make a list, and the man out the front door, when you've made a list, I'll let him know that you're doing this, and then he can go get it. I need to go to the temple.
Thank you.
Okay, you go do your job. We will not cause any trouble.
Thank you.
I like check that Vander hasn't like
We
crossed
will
his fingers
not
at all.
cause any trouble. Second, again, saying something that she means but sounds like the opposite.
Surawatha kind of half falls and staggers out of her chair, sort of holding onto the table, and grabs the bowl, which has been licked clean in the meantime, and just kind of half scoots around to try and help Ilios do the last little bit of cleaning. And he looks like he wants to stop her, but it's just kind of like, look, if she's disappearing tomorrow night, she needs to exercise those muscles. And just kind of lets it happen. Gets himself adorned in his daily priest attire and heads off for the day. So, you guys may prepare, I guess, a shopping list, if you would like. And
Keep in
Sorry?
mind.
If we want to finish in a second,
Yep.
for second's sake.
that's
Do
what I'm about to do.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say shopping list and then.
Well, what I was going to say is, if there's anything specific you guys want for your trip,
Yeah.
shopping-wise, either together or someone can compile that one
Yep.
in the time off, and we can organize that off-stream,
Yeah.
and then when we pick up next time, we can pretty much just, unless there's something you guys really want to do,
Like a
over the course of
downtime
these 2 days.
activity.
you guys think about it, and
Mhm.
I will come back and I will give you the option straight up as to whether there's something you want to do, or whether we just fast forward to you guys escaping the city for the next leg of whatever it is
I'm
your group
just gonna
gets
be
up to.
Carving my new runes.
Yep.
On my
So
woodland station.
yeah, if there's anything you guys want to do, in basically what is going to amount to almost 2 days downtime, which isn't, you can't really do much in that time, but think about it, compile the shopping list, and we can address the results of that either off stream or next stream, depending on what's going on. But yeah, that was about where I was going to wrap it up with him leaving. You guys have got a plan.
We got 2 plans even, a backup
Yep.
plan.
And you
to the
kind of have a
This is the most
destination
planned
about
we've been.
where you're going next. And I guess with that, hey, you have actually now finished up this little backstory arc of Freya Lisa's. So,
Yay!
nearly, this is where you get your level up, but you got it like
Yeah, we got a
2,
couple sessions.
3 sessions ago
Yeah.
instead. So unfortunately, hey, you got your level up, but you've already had it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Level up in our hearts.
yeah, exactly. And Freya at least got a nice little boon from her keeper, and you got a whole lot of information about stuff.
And Vanda's story.
Yeah, and Vanda's story,
Oh,
which I was not expecting that to come out there. But I love
I've
it.
been meaning to tell that particular story for a while.
You've been holding that one close to the chest for a bit.
Yeah.
I love Sass Lord Goldilocks just being like, no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that may have triggered something in him. But yeah, I think that'll wrap up on the session, guys. We will. It's not exactly a definitive end to it, but that's we can pick that up easily next time. From there, just figure out what things you're going to be doing in the meantime.
I'm
And the
not
journey to Fort Falling Embers begins.
hoping they cause trouble. Oh god. Just let Vander alone in a room. He'll disappear out a window. No
Kind
worries.
of me too. If I hadn't already pre-planned for the idea that Ilias was going to offer them that, I would have just. I kind of want them to do the underwater plan. I kind of really want to see the underwater plan.
Oh,
Because the
God.
fucking water breathing lasts for like 12 hours.
Yeah,
Some
it's
stupid,
quite
long time.
extensive. Yep.
So it's like, we could actually sneak out just
You could.
fucking underwater.
Just as long as Frey doesn't have to step foot into the sewer.
Because I mean the thing
100%.
being, what separates the Summer District from the other districts is the Quran River that
Mm.
runs from the Seven Lords Lake.
Yeah, that's why I
along
was
with
like,
Southern
this is
Border of their
literally...
district and out to the Sunreach Mountains. So you could
We
easily
have
go
to
into
cross
the
a
water.
bridge to get into this district. I was like, I know there's a fucking river there. We just have to
Yeah,
sneak
see-
into it.
Yeah, so you could easily go down, and I mean, you also know you can get down to it because you had to go down to get to the Trash Wizard's abode.
Yeah, yeah.
So there are little places you can
We're
go to
not
get down
we're not seeing
Riverside.
the trash wizard.
Why
We're going-
not?
No, because we're hunted. Right.
So it would have been so it's easy enough for you to go into the water and go either way to the lake or out to the plains, and
Yeah.
escape from there. And yeah, the headsman Olwen has returned. He to Dawa. He waited. You guys
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
show
yeah.
that. Yeah, you guys didn't return, so he left.
We couldn't send him a message or anything. We've been fucking in a dream.
You've been AFK.
I was thinking about streaming, rating a new person tonight, but I'm hungover and I'm gonna. So we're rating Peanut Butter Rampage because I fucking love her and she's great.
Hey.
So, Crystal Boy, we did save him. He's in the Liren district. I'm pretty sure.
Which
Is that
you
correct?
guys have never visited yet. He was last seen in the Liren district alongside the tree that had a name.
They
so I'm not saying
I was
that.
gonna rate you. Why are they so
They didn't fight.
No!
Oh no!
Holy
Amazing.
guacamole. Hello, friends.
Just anyway, it's fine.
Just raid anyway. We'll just cross raid. Hi, Peanut Gallery. Welcome.
Oh dear.
Oh. Look at us finishing an arc. Next
Yep.
time.
Oh boy, yeah.
So, New Journey. Ginger is confused. So we literally finished our D&D game for today because we have to finish by 7 p.m.-ish New Zealand time, which Vixen, if you need to leave, that's okay. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
I love you, bye! We're gonna go to this screen just because all the cameras are gonna fuck up.
Now everything's messy. Yeah.
Ginger, thank you for joining the exploration. Thank you for joining the exploration. Hi, Peanut Gallery, you're also awesome. Thank you guys. Octa Demon, thank you for joining this stream. Peanut Butter, oh, how are you, Paige? I hope you're well. Check out new art for the game. This is all our D&D characters. And the building we definitely didn't burn down. That definitely didn't happen.
100% did not.
We got to watch a cool clip of you. Oh, singing a lovely... Wait, was that me reading The Hobbit the other night? Time for a bubble bath. Oh, you're so right, Shapoopies. Guys, if you haven't checked out, my friend Shapoopies is releasing their music now. You can check out fucking ADV.
Otherwise known as Shacuties.
Shacuties. Go horse music. Oh my god, Neo Nation. Thank you so much for 1,000 bits. What the fuck? Guys, why is everyone popping off? It's the end of the stream. Oh, man. Damn. Can I go here? Is this one gonna work? Oh, we can go here for a second. Say hi to everyone. Hi. Oh, it's like crooked as fuck. Oh, hold on. Let me just fix that. Hello, everyone.
Just kind of describes us all anyway. So,
You're not wrong. Hi, Jay. We're supposed to be finished. Paige. Oh my god, Ginger snap. What the fuck? Good. Nadia just said thank you for the fucking gift subs.
I am a horse girl.
Fucking ridiculous.
Thanks, Ginger Snap.
I am so hungover today, team. I went to a party last night. It was a surprise party for a friend. No, it wasn't their birthday. No, it wasn't any particular occasion. We just decided to pick a person to have a surprise party for. So I'm so hungover. The audience won't let you leave. They won't. No, I mean, roll for initiative. I'll roll my new dice. Look at these new dice I got. Oh, you can't
Gum,
really
start
see
streaming
it.
so we can just raid you.
Yeah, Gummy, turn your stream on already. They're really big. You see how big this D20 is? It's
No.
like
Yeah, but you also have very small hands.
Oh, there we go.
Shut up.
It's very dark.
Kaiser. Roll for initiative. This is the worst I've rolled on this dice today. I've got 8.
Oh no!
Thank you for shouting out Paige. If you guys haven't gone and seen Peanut Butter Rampage, can you please go give Peanut Butter some love? Because Rampage, great time. So cool. So funny.
Good time. Real good time.
Yeah. I loved him spit. 2.5 hours early, not at all prepared.
Wait, you guys prepare when you're streaming?
Sometimes.
I just
Wait,
hit
you
play
guys
and go.
Sometimes.
I prepare-ish. Prepare-ish. I don't know how else to explain.
Sometimes it's get home, plunk into the chair, and just go.
Level 2
Other times it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna go get myself a drink and something to eat, and make sure, But yeah,
Yeah.
most of the time it's just hit play and go.
I'm exhausted. Wait, did you have a 14-hour stream, Paige? What the fuck? Gummy,
Oh my
thank you for
God.
shouting out yourself because you deserve it.
Hey Neon, what a massive dice.
Oh my god, Paige! Oh yeah, such a good dice. I have not decided yet what you're streaming tonight. Started at 10 a.m. your time and it's 12 a.m. now. Paige, go to sleep! Oh my god. I
Impressive.
can barely I did an 8-hour stream during Beckmas and that fucking was a lot. That was me playing one game trying to finish it. It was good though.
I never plan for long streams. Sometimes they just happen to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I unintentionally did a 5-hour stream the other day,
Oh,
whenever I did
yeah.
it last.
We had a 6-hour one the
this-
other day, and it was like, oh god, I did not mean for that because I'd also just finished an 8.
I have no stamina. Wait, hold on. Do you guys want to hear Bubble Bath? Shapoopy's new song.
Do I have to unmute the site?
Baba. What? What do you mean?
24-hour stream next week for your streamathon, dude. I couldn't plan to
Oh.
do a long stream. Eh?
Oh shit! Look at
Uh,
my boy.
I've done an 8-hour stream once, and I think that's the longest one. And again, it was unintentional. I had not intended to go that late.
Oh, can I share it over Discord with you guys? Hold on. We're gonna restart the phone.
Yeah, I think I was there for a portion of your 25 and a half, Bird. That was an impressive fucking marathon.
It should have music to it, so you guys should be able to hear it.
Hey, beautiful.
If you hadn't seen it yet. ADV.
Lying in the bar
Thinking.
thinking. Told me you went out drinking. Can't corroborate that story with your friends.
Yeah, we got free
No one's
feet,
telling me the
Shaboobies.
same thing. So I let the truth sink in. You won't say it, but I know this is the end.
Is it not playing the fucking music video? Because I
It's stuck on the
because
screen, yeah.
it fucking moved. So I I didn't minimize. There we go.
Tell me what you drank last night. Tell me, do he treat you right? The water's getting
Go support
cold.
up and coming artists, everyone.
Lying in the bar thinking.
Health and safety.
Told me
That
you
was my
went
job.
out drinking.
I mean, that man's drowning. I don't know if you were doing your job well.
You know, it probably wasn't.
It's over my head now.
Don't worry, he plays with a lighter in the bath. It's fine.
You won't
I did stop you from drowning at least once. Thank you for the hype train, people.
I know this is the end, love.
And we did overflow that sync.
You won't say it, but I know this is the end, love. You won't say it, but I know this is the end, love.
Oh, shit.
The reason we call them shakutis.
Tell me what you did last night.
Because he is Shakutis.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you drink last night. Tell me what you drink last night. And tell me, do he treat you right? Tell me, do he treat you
I pre-burned the candles to make them look aesthetic.
You did such a good job, Becca.
Thank you.
Much attention to detail. We appreciate that.
There was a lot of attention to detail in this.
I love how this is a music video by Poopies, but Bex is making it all about her.
Yeah, it's all about me.
This is a
Is it everything
This
about
is
it?
a D&D because we were finishing up Aeon and then we got raided by lovely Paige and now we're here. It's streamed 5. I'm gonna go to sleep now. No worries, Neon Nation. Bye.
Right, Neon.
Thanks for popping in. Thank you for the biddies. You're so generous. I love you. Bye.
Yeah, we've just wrapped up, hey.
And I'm celebrating my friend.
Big exposition episode, wrapping up an arc. So
All right.
it was all just chatting and talking today. We had the big
Was.
battle last time.
Oh no, who's live?
Keanu Speeds is left. We just send him a really big raid.
A big lot over to Speedman playing Resident
Speed,
Evil 4.
Mr. Speedman. I love Mr. Speedman. If you guys haven't met Keanu Speeds, he's genuinely like a very lovely human. And he's
Very
played some
chill.
Resident Evil 4, which is kind of spooky, but Poopies, we love you. Everyone
Yeah.
go check out Poopy's music.
Yep.
Just stall for 2 more hours. Giant crabs. Oh,
I mean, hey, I'm
my.
thinking
Only
about
level
going
2.
live for a little bit, but I'm gonna go get food and stuff for a little bit and then just be around
Yeah.
until gums on.
I need to go be hungover somewhere else.
Yeah, go take care of yourself, Bix.
I need to
In
go
the
play with
corner.
my
Thank you for
puppy
giving us
before
the energy to come and have stream the D&D game.
Oh, I wasn't gonna miss D&D today. That was very sure. I was gonna do it. But anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay spicy, stay feisty, and we'll see you in the next exploration or D&D game. Bye-bye for now.